The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
You were young and your heart was an open book. Oh, you used to say, live and let live. But if this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give it a cry, say live and let die. Live and let die. Say live and let die. Live and let die. Say live and let die. What does it matter to you? When you got a job to do, you got to do it well. You gotta give the other fella
They've cancelled Brexit. Are you mad? I'm David Babcock and I got my willy stuck in a hoover.
Aren't your balls normally held back by your willy?
you can pack that in as soon as you like. You were young and your heart was an open book. Oh, you used to say, live and let live.
Rap pussy.
Come on.
If this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give it a cry, say live and let die.
Well, I really think this is great. She's just 17. You know what I mean?
Say live and let die. What does it matter to you? When you got a job to do, you got to do it well. You gotta give the other fella
Oh, 344-499-1000 is the phone number. That's a woman called BJ. You don't get many women called BJ anymore. BJ was a popular name for women. Obviously BJ and the Bear, that was a guy. But BJ was a popular name for women. That was BJ Arnault, taken from albums that have got the same song on twice. That's the Live and Let Die soundtrack. It's got that and it's got Live and Let Die on there. So songs that are on the same albums twice, 0344-499-1000. That's the first phone-in of the day. Second phone-in of the day, guys. By the way, my name is Iain Lee. Who are you?
Katherine Boyle.
Welcome one, welcome all. The Giggle Factory is open for business. Second call-in of the day is, who are these absolute twonks going around on the electric scooters? You know the scooters that are like the push. First of all, seeing an adult on a child's scooter, like, okay, if you've dropped the kid off at school and you're using it to get home, do you know what? I can let you get away with that. I can dig that. You're using the kid's scooter, I don't dig that. But if you're using it whilst wearing a suit to get to work, I don't dig that. But the electric scooters, I vacillate between thinking the people using them are twonks and thinking, I want to get one. But I don't know when I would have the courage, Katherine, the courage, the bravery to use one of these electric scooters.
I think you have to have a devil-may-care attitude if you're going to ride one of those bad boys.
What are the rules? I want the top 5 laws on using those things now, please.
Don't do it on the road, please.
Okay, these are Cass laws, by the way.
I've seen them, and the electric skateboards, which, by the way, I think it's cheating.
Yeah.
I've seen them on the road.
Seen them on the road?
I've seen them
That's
on the road.
outside Kath's house. That was rude.
Yeah.
Could be outside my house. Who cares?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine if you came out, you opened your curtains. What's the weather? Wait, is semen on the street outside my house. And it would have to be a lot to be able to see it from a first floor window.
Puddle.
Wow. Or as Alan Caddick might say, wow. So these are Kath's top 5 rules on using electric scooters.
Don't wear a helmet.
Don't?
No.
Okay.
Not on one of them. Come on.
Okay.
If you're going to be on one, be on one.
She's talking about the scooters, guys. She's not talking about drugs.
And if you're going to wear a helmet, then you've got to match it up with the knee pads and the elbow pads.
I don't get how you're allowed to use them on the road, how I can be stopped at traffic lights in that there scary London and bicycles pull up beside me, fine, and then suddenly some guy on an electric scooter pulls up beside me and I'm like, huh? What the hell is that? I don't get it. Is it a pavement vehicle? Is it a road vehicle? What is it? I think they should be on the pavement, although there was a Chinese man the other day getting right on my... When we went to see this Beatles tribute show, me and my sister last night, it's a great show, absolute blessing last night. Tickets were sorted out by the guy that played the harmonica on Karma Chameleon.
Oh,
that guy, Judd Landers is his name. He's a really nice guy. He used to work with the Beatles and he played harmonica on Karma Chameleon, right? And I'm trying to persuade him to come in. He's a gobshite, but he's a good one. I like him a lot. And anyway, he got me and my sister. I don't know how, but he was promoting this Dutch band called the Analogues, who are a Beatles covers band, right? But they only play complete albums, right? And they don't dress up as the Beatles, but they play the music exactly as it's done on the record. And he got us tickets, me and my sister, to go to see the Analogues perform Abbey Road in its entirety. Yes, there was a pause at the end and then they played Her Majesty and ended on that half chord at Abbey Road Studios. Now, I have never been into Abbey Road Studios. I nearly went a few years ago when Giles Martin, son of Sir George, started waving his penis in my direction. Then he very quickly zipped his fly up and I was denied access. That's kind of a true story apart from the penis waving. But we went into Abbey Road. Not only that, there was a huge queue there. For 250 people, we went straight to the front of the queue and were guided in. Walking through the gates up to the steps of Abbey Road, I was like, could feel it. Walking through the front door of Abbey Road, I was almost in tears. And then Judd took us down the corridor and he said, through that door. And security wouldn't let us through. He said, don't worry, they're with me. So we walked through this door and in the corridor are the old mixing desks that Sir George of Martin, Jeff Emerick and them bloody Beatles would have fingered. And I fiddled with George Martin's knob. It was beautiful. And then he said, come and have a look at this. And we went downstairs. I can't remember the number. Is it Studio 2? We went into, I think it's Studio 2, where the Beatles recorded nearly everything that they recorded. And I've seen so many photos of it. It's the one with the long stairs going up to the control booth at the top, and it's where they recorded things. There was an old piano there.
Is that where I'll play it if you want me to play it, and if you don't want me to play it, I won't
No,
play
that
it.
was Twickenham Studios.
Oh.
But there was an old piano there. It was the sort of tack piano. Din digga din digga din din. Is that piano was there? And then the studio we were in, I can't remember which, I think it was Studio 3. It was a big studio for the concert. And, Mark Lewison, who we've had on the show, Beatles expert, gave a little introductory talk. And he pointed out that we were in the room and I was sat 12 feet away from where the Beatles sat when they performed All You Need Is Love, to be broadcast live around the world to 1 billion people. And dear God, I know some of you, dear listener, are untouched by the Beatles. And for that, you have my deepest sympathies. It really must be a miserable existence that you lead. But for me, it was like going to Lourdes. It was like, it must be what a Muslim must feel like going to Mecca. It was Mecca for Makkah, this place. It must be, what's the Christian equivalent of Mecca? Lourdes is not quite it, even though that's where the Virgin Mary was supposedly seen.
Bethlehem's
Bethlehem.
important.
I went to Bethlehem and felt very little apart from hot and disgusted by their horrible coffee that they drank. But for me, it was, I got it. It was, you know, it was a thing that had been touched by greatness 50 years ago. And it had a spiritual, emotional impact on me. And this band, the Analogues, we're going to get them on in the phone at some point. Hopefully in the future we'll get them in the studio. We're definitely going to get them on the phone. My God, Katherine, they were remarkable. Didn't look like the Beatles. Didn't look like them. They're Dutch. So they got a slight Dutch accent. But that's it. Everything was exactly the same. They brought out an anvil for Maxwell Silverhammer. Maxwell Silverhammer and I Want You, She's So Heavy are songs that I'm not particularly taken by. But hearing them live, my God, I Want You, She's So Heavy is incredible. And then for an encore, we went into the Beatles studio and they played half a dozen songs, including the Ballad of John and Yoko, which again is not a song, it's a Beatles song I actively dislike, right? Flipping it though. What a rousing chorus. 200 people going, Christ, you know it ain't easy. I was totally into it. Oh, they were good. They were so good. It was magic, man. You should have been there. I know you were invited and you couldn't make it, Katherine. Next time, it was absolutely, it was magic. Oh, so that was it. So we're at the front, me, my sister, and this guy called Will that we kind of hooked up with, who's a nice guy. And we're right at the front, okay, and the stage is 3 foot away from us. And at the end of, Abbey Road, at the end of the end medley, we all stood up and the guys go, we've got a little bit more to do. But we're right in the front in the middle. And this, Japanesey kind of guy came and stood in front of my sister and stepped back into her. He was just so excited. He was so thrilled and obviously a huge fan of the band that he came, and stepped back into Joe's personal space quite some way. And I just looked and we were both just wetting ourselves laughing at this guy. But the concert was amazing. I had tears in my eyes at points. Joe had tears. They had a string section. My God. The end medley. I had goosebumps for lots of it. I had tingles down the back. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, guys. As a lot of my stories involve drugs, and revolve around them. There was a little bit of time travel going on when they're playing the bit, Sundays on the out of college, money spent, see no future, pay no rent. I travelled back in time 24 years to when I'd taken LSD and we were listening to Abbey Road. And I was back there. I'd created a time portal. It was an absolutely magical evening. And you try and look up stuff on the Analogues online. There ain't a lot. There's some videos. There's not a lot of informazione about them. Dutch. You see, I don't think they have the internet in Dutch. What language do they speak in Dutch?
Dutch.
So German?
No.
Okay, but it's like German, isn't it? You'd understand German if you were a Dutchman. Yeah, I think so. So I made a very funny joke that I don't think got the respect it deserved. Even by, who's this? I've noticed in 8 minutes you have told 9 lies and counting, says someone whose phone number ends 8661. Well, you've missed 3 lies then, madam. So they speak German. So we're in the second room waiting for the encore, and they're at the top of the stairs, and Judd is on the stage, and he's going, guys, you're going to come down? Guys, he's from Liverpool. Guys, you're going to come down. And they said, we've lost one of our band members. Right. So there was an awkward silence, right? Great joke. A great joke. I said, Mach Schau, Mach Schau, which is what the Beatles used to have shouted at them in Germany, yeah. In the Hamburg. Mach means make a show. And so I'm shouting at them in what's pretty much their native language, give or take a little bit. And I was expecting a huge laugh. I got absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Absolutely nothing. Very, Very disappointing indeed.
Is that true or is that another lie?
We'll wait for 8661 to let us know. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Anything goes on the Late Night Alternative with Katherine Boyle and Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional,
Evening, boss.
the unpredictable,
What's happening?
and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
on Talk Radio.
Oh, hang on a minute, guys. I gotta close down. Is this supposed to? Does the keyboard's wireless now? Oh, look at that! Isn't that clever? I didn't know. I'm just gonna close down phone box. What are you doing?
Just checking what's going on.
Do you know how to do this?
No.
You press the Windows key.
Yeah.
And then you click on phone box and you close it. Close it. Then you click on phone box and you open it. And we're in. Because of course you did, Andrew and Alan, come to you in a second. You did the show on Friday while I was at DanTDM having the time of my life. How did the show go? I had a lot of the show. It went really well. It was funny.
We had fun times.
It's funny. It's a good show. You do a good show. You're Mac Shaw.
I did Mac a show.
My boys, I'm so sorry for my boys calling you and your listeners losers. That was outrageous.
I don't think that's inaccurate.
That was very, very rude of those guys.
You were out on the razzle and we were here
so
slaving away. I think we are the losers.
They were so drunk on crap food. I mean, excellent food. We'd stopped off at McDonald's drive-through, but we sat in the car park and ate it. And then we went to see DanTDM on Friday. That's why Kath was doing the show. And who's this YouTuber, right?
He's a phenomenon.
He's a phenomenon. He's a young lad worth 25 million-ish. And he played Wembley Arena. The noise when he came on stage was bigger than any pop star I've heard. It was amazing. And basically, it was him and some audience members playing video games on stage for 2 hours. It was great, though. And so we stopped at McDonald's on the North Circular, so glamorous, and we were the blue team, so the boys had to change into their blue clothes, because I picked them up from school. So they did that, and in the car park we're spraying our hair blue, because he used to have blue hair. Hardly anyone else did it. We saw 4 other people there that had done the blue hair. So we did that, went to the show, had a great time in the first half, got hot dogs in the interval, great time in the second half, and then I said to the boys, I got backstage passes to meet DanTDM, but I hadn't told them that. And they knew that I've recently had an upset stomach. So much to tell you guys. I don't know if we'll get to the calls. We will eventually. 0344 499 1000. And I said, look, guys, my stomach's not great. I really want to go to the toilet, but everyone was leaving Wembley. Yeah. It's just, I said, but there's a mess. Here's something you don't know. I've just never told you this before. When you're famous, like me, you get given passes to go to use the posh toilets at different venues. And I've got these, they hadn't noticed I'd picked up an envelope at the door earlier on. Didn't ask, what's that envelope you've picked up? So I took these wristbands out. Said, if we put these wristbands on, it'll get us to the posh toilets. Oh, wow, really? Yeah. How many people will be in the posh toilets? I said about 6, but it'll be nice and clean. Oh, okay. So we're going against the flow of the traffic to get to the other end of the arena. And every time we get to a security guard, they stop us, and I just waved my wrist at them. And then we went upstairs to this private bar, and there were about 30 people there. And James Buckley was there, from a friend of the show. It is Buckley, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm saying it out loud and it doesn't sound right. James Buckley.
That's right.
I want to say James Buckingham, but that's Lindsay Buckingham.
Yes. Except James. No, it is James Buckley.
Formerly
of the In-Betweeners.
Formerly. Anyway, he was there. I've not seen him for a while, so I was chatting to him. And the boys were going, can we use the toilet? We couldn't find a men's toilet, so we had to use the ladies. And then he said, can we go now? And I said, let me speak to Charlie Brooker was there. I didn't go I was going to go and speak to him, but he went, because I know Charlie a little. I know Charlie to say hello to. I said, I've just not seen James for a bit. It'd be great if I could. And the boys were a little bit, okay. So they're playing on my phone. And then I saw, there was a door behind me, and I saw DanTDM's manager come out. I thought, right, he's coming out now. So I grabbed the phone off my boys and said, right, just listen, this lady might be just giving us a little bit of information about something. Yeah, all right. And they turned to look at her, and she went, ladies and gentlemen, 30 people in this bar. Ladies and gentlemen, it's DanTDM. Round of applause. Dan walks out. He's as close to me as we are to Amy now. It's at 10 foot. And the boys just stood there. One was sat, one was stood. And they just looked. Their jaws dropped, their eyes opened. Then they started looking at the floor because they were all embarrassed. They didn't want... It was incredible. And my eldest looked at me. I winked at him. He winked back, and then they just carried on staring. And that was it. That wink. And then a queue formed. There were maybe 10, 12 kids in there. A queue formed. And I said, well, should we join the queue and go and say hello to him? Are we allowed to? I said, dude, we are allowed to. And my eldest kept saying, and he'd said it several times before then, this is the best day of my life. Thank you, Daddy. And we sat in the queue, and as we get closer, they're getting more and more nervous, and they sort of didn't want to come too close to him. And I said, guys, we're next. And he was so charming. He signed a cap for them. He signed a lanyard. Lanyards are things. And I'd said to the boys earlier in the day, just imagine if we went to the toilet and DanTDM was there. What question would you ask him? We're playing that game. My eldest question was, were you nervous tonight walking out on stage? And he said, yeah, I was, actually. I forgot some of it. My youngest question was genius. He said, Dan, I love it. So earnest. Dan, what's your favourite colour apart from blue? And Dan went, orange? What's yours? And my youngest went, blue. And it was that, and it was just, and then we kind of stepped away, and we just sat and talked to his manager, Elspeth, a little bit. It was really, really delightful. He's not coming on the show, this time, but he might come at another time. And, it was just magic. And we walked out, we phoned your show, literally 4-5 minutes after we'd met him. So the boys were as high as kites. They were walking on air. And thanks for letting them come on the show.
Oh, my pleasure. I wanted to hear all about it.
What's funny is they were so talkative before and after that phone call. As soon as the phone is there, yeah, it was good. Yeah. My little babies. It was some night. And it's made me think rock and pop is dead. Apart from a handful. Here's what I was saying to my sister yesterday, and it got us both quite sad. Very, very soon, there'll be no Beatles left alive. There'll be no Beach Boys left alive. There'll be no Monkeys left alive. Very soon. Very soon. Probably within 10 years. Could be 5, right? And I've got no other reason to go to concert. I've got no reasons to go to concerts. I don't want to go. Bare Naked Ladies playing the Royal Albert Hall next year. I'll see if I can get some tickets. I don't know. And once those big rock stars are gone, apart from your Bieber, apart from a handful, the kind of people that can do 5 dates around the country, filling out 12,000 seat arenas and getting that amount of noise, there's not going to be that many. But rock and pop is dead, man. YouTubing, streaming, online, whatever it is, that is the now, and will be the now for quite a while. Meaning it'll also be a little bit of the future, I'm guessing.
We were talking about this on Friday, how, it's not for us.
No.
This, we're all going, God, that's mad, isn't it? Fancy going and watching that. It's not for us, right? And that is exactly what our parents said when we were going to see DJs.
Totally.
What, you're going to go and watch a bloke play some records?
You're right.
That's insane.
I think I heard you make that point, and it is absolutely spot on. It's the same thing. Guitars and drums, there'll always be a space for it, but as it being the main focus of entertainment for kids is gone. No. It's gone. It's gone.
But what I find interesting is people, despite the fact that, we're talking about it generationally moving from big stadium acts to DJs playing stadiums and arenas to this kind of thing, human beings always want to feel something communal, right? All those things can be done on your own. You can listen to a record at home, you can listen to a DJ at home, you can watch the videos and stuff. But people will always want to come together and share that experience.
Yeah,
and that's the thing you're paying for.
Yeah. That's it. Anyway, it's inspired me to come up with a new show for us, but I don't quite know how we're going to do it. You know all the games we play on the radio, dear listener, like Yes, No, Adamant, Lock Poker. If you've seen us live, we play Guess Who. So I want to turn that into a live show. So like a game show, like a TV game show, but do it in a theatrical environment. And just getting my head around the logistics of doing it. I want to do it in a theatre that holds 200, 300, 400 people. iPod Roulette is another one. iPod Roulette, thank you very much indeed. We'll jot that down. I want to do it, I've got the list here actually, so I can do that. I want to do it in a theatre, 200, 300 people.
You want to do it in teams?
I want to do it in it's the logistics of getting a space and setting it is kind of the thing for me. The mechanics of the games you can work out near the day. But so that's going to be, I think that's going to be our next thing. It's inspired me. God, what a weekend. Saturday, I host a Q&A with Greg Turkington. A lot of you won't know the name. He was going to come on the show on Friday. He texted me Friday saying, right, can I come in tonight? I went, oh man, I'm not in. Greg Turkington, Neil Hamburger, star of On Cinema, really very funny man. And now it turns out a friend of mine, he invited me to host a Q&A with him in a record shop, Rough Trade West, small little record shop, did it for free, in front of 30 people. It was us stood behind the counter, no microphones, just chatting. And it was beautiful, it was funny, it was a thrill. I mean, I'd have paid him to do it. His fans are very similar to ours in that they are very dedicated and know his work better than he knows it, and a bit geeky and a bit quiet, and you know, they like our fans. They're really, really nice people. In fact, Jonathan Sloman was there, who's at everything.
He's at everything that we'd like to go to. We find Jonathan Sloman there.
Jonathan's a guy I worked with ages ago. He edited a film that I did, and he pops up at so many things that me and Kath go to.
We've stopped being surprised.
No, I know. I was surprised. I went, Jonathan, you're here. He went, of course I'm here. So, all right. Anyway, he's a really nice guy. So I interviewed Greg for half an hour, took some questions from the audience, and he signed books while I chatted to Jonathan, and it was lovely. And I walked back with him to the Tube, Greg, and got the Tube with him, and he's inspired me a lot. Him and Tim Heidecker have made a movie in 3 days, and he has inspired me a lot. His attitude is slightly different to mine in that he can afford to turn down work and do what he wants to do, which was my attitude 20 years ago. Now I don't really give a shit. I will take stuff that I don't particularly want to do if it pays well enough and isn't humiliating too much, so that I can then afford to do, you know, this game show that we're talking about might not make any money. Okay, if you know, if we only cost us a couple of £100, well, I can afford to do that because I'm doing other stuff that I don't necessarily, you know, that gives me no artistic reward, like, you know, voiceovers and things like that. So we can afford to do that. But man, it was inspiring. It was inspiring. 8661, just call in. Stop texting. Just call in. It's crazy.
They're accusing you of lying again.
No, he's loving the show. Absolutely loving the show, but he's too scared to call in. I'll take your number down and give you a call after the show if you want. So it was inspiring. It was inspiring. I'm feeling inspired, Katherine. We're going to make some great stuff.
Yeah.
This year.
Good.
Once I get my back sorted out. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Set free your mind. Let your fancy take flight. Conversation gets curiouser by the glow of moonlight.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Good evening, Andrew.
Good evening to you both. I just thought, after what you're saying about what you saw last night at Abbey Road, I thought I've got to call in and share my experience from Saturday night.
Andrew sent me a tweet. Andrew spends most of his time in Las Vegas, and he sent me a tweet saying, I can get tickets for Paul McCartney for $90. Should I go? I went,
how is that a question?
Yeah, of course you've got to go.
I think I'd see somebody told me just do it, because I was going by myself and thought, well, shouldn't I? I think I'm similar to you in that I don't always fancy doing stuff like that, and it takes me a bit to actually push me to do it. And you said go, and that sort of goaded me into it. So I went, and wow, never look back.
Did he play that? Never Look Back, one of my favourites.
No, he opened with Hard Day's Night, yes, and closed with
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
Yeah, of course he did. He always starts and ends his shows with songs beginning with H. It's just his thing. It's just his thing that he does.
Really?
Yeah, always does. Has done always.
It was just incredible. Such energy, and there was one bit in it, and what you were saying about you know, it's kind of almost rock and pop is a bygone era, set in that way. There's one bit, and he called out to the audience and said, look, this is stuff we used to go through with, you know, when we were younger and we were performing, you have all the girls screaming, and we couldn't hear each other playing for the screaming in the venue. And with that, he called out to all the women in the arena to scream, and they did, and what a racket.
Yeah.
But, I could just imagine the excitement of the time when it was.
Here's the thing, though. He is 77 years old, and I bet you've never seen a show as energetic, have you?
No, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it at all. It's just amazingly good show.
And the voices, he's lost a little bit of the high register on some of them. He plays them all in the same key he recorded them in. There's a little bit of croak going on, but it's still some voice and some bass and some guitar player.
Oh, it's just amazing. I was so glad I did it. It was an incredible show. And he did 3 hours non-stop, track after track. Then came back on with the encore. Just amazing energy. And yeah, very, very glad I did it. So thank you for goading me into it. Andrew, accepted and did it.
I'm always happy to bully people into going to do things that they perhaps would not normally do like that. Particularly, when it's something like that. Also, $90, so that's 75 quid. I mean, alright, so it's a lot of money, but to see someone like that, if you're not digging it, you go home early. It's something like that. But wow. Let's go to Luke. Good evening, Luke.
Yeah, I was just talking about
yeah. Yep. Yep. I think Luke is shrinking. Luke, sorry, are you on speakerphone, mate? Get off my flipping show. That's why I don't like speakerphone.
Broken Britain. Terrible business.
Have you found that mysterious doll yet? Someone may have delivered it to the wrong building. Nope, there's been no doll here.
I don't believe it's.
I don't believe you. Play it effing louder. Dylan impression. What on earth how did Luke think that was in any way a contribution to the show that I would be happy to be involved in? Alan?
Oh, no.
You're asleep, Alan? Banned for the rest of the week, mate. It's as simple as that. Banned for the rest of the week. It's as simple as that.
It's really quite simple if you want to join in with the show. Ring up.
Please tell them, Catherine. Last two calls. Please.
Ring up. Be conscious. Don't be on speakerphone.
There we go. That is it. That is, if Luke wants to call back again, you're very, very welcome to, but, I mean, Cat's assumed you're doing a bit of the old Simon Cowell's there. Doing a bit of Simon Cowell's there.
I am.
I mean, your face makes you look Chinese. No, your trousers are up to your tits.
They're a high waist. It's a high waist Oxford bag going on.
This is a high waisted something. I'm not quite sure what it is, as I couldn't quite work out a decent gag there.
No, good one.
Let us go to Lavinia.
Good evening, Ian, and also good evening to Katherine.
Katherine, I forgot her name as well for a bit. What can we do for you, lovely Lavinia?
Well,
have you had any Lavinia?
Oh no, come on.
Oh, definitely. Every minute of the day.
Yeah, getting Lavinia.
Every second of the day.
Lavinia.
I am loving you.
No,
definitely.
yeah, you got some love in ya.
Definitely. And it's all coming.
Is it?
From Talk Radio. And
Talk Radio, it's the home of love, unless it's Julia Hartley Brewer or Matthew Wright. Shitty shows!
Well, can I just say something, my lovely? What I'd like to say, exactly what you...
Hang on a minute. Is that going to get me the sack, Katherine? Is that going to get me the sack?
Just thinking we needed some new jingles. So.
Okay, there we go. Okay. I'll put some love in ya. Yes, Lavinia.
Right, what I'd like to say, my lovelies, is that half an hour ago, you was talking about everybody, all the top singers are fading away, and what are we going to do?
Yes!
Right? And how are we going to replace it? And I have come up with a fantastic solution.
Yes?
Can I sing it to you?
Oh,
yes, please, Lavinia.
All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
Thank you very much indeed, you absolute fruitcake. It's weird you didn't do the trumpets. So who's this mysterious person? Have you found that mysterious doll yet? Tweet 1. Tweet 2. Somebody may have delivered it to the wrong building. Tweet 3. I am conscious I'm not on speakerphone. I will resend the doll to the proper address, or is it already there? Well,
How can you resend it if it's already here?
Let's see, can we, oh, it's double N. What, it's double N. I thought you weren't listening to us anymore, you absolute fruitcake. Right. Let's, right, we got Luke is back. Hopefully Luke is not going to be on speakerphone when we go to him. If he is, he's in big trouble. Then we got Derwin. Then we got Alistair. We got ourselves a show that's cooking along nicely. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10 on DAB, app, or talkradio.co.uk.
Take a trip into the alternate reality of late night radio.
I think I'm in something like the Matrix, and so are you.
The Late Night Alternative.
Hello.
With Iain Lee.
Is there anybody out there?
On Talk Radio.
Hello.
0344 499 1000. What are you drinking these days?
A cold infusion.
What is that? Excuse me.
Cold fruit tea in it.
You know, I was worried I've got pancreatic cancer, fatal cancer. There's no cure for it. Genuinely was worried about it. I don't think I've got cancer now, but something's going on, right? As I was driving into work, I was on the phone to you.
Yeah.
Hands-free Bluetooth. And then I got to work about 6:30, and I said, right, I'm going to go. I'm just going to got to check some stuff online, and I'll phone the kids up. So put the phone down at 6:30, and I've been on the phone for a bit, about 6:45, 45 minutes, something like that. Just, you know, I was telling you this idea for this game show thing, boring you, I suspect. And that's why I had a message. You have a message. So I did the number for the message. It's not 901 anymore. It's 443. Before I used to press and hold 1 and it would do that, but now I've got to type in 443. It's a real fact. Anyway, so the message came up, right? Hello, Ian. Hello, Mr. Lee. This is Dr. Smith, the doctor I saw last week. If you could give me a call at the surgery as soon as possible, please. Thanks very much. Okay, so I phoned up the surgery. The surgery is now closed, but... Right. Why would a doctor phone me up just before close of play to tell me to phone up as soon as possible?
Yeah. Thus leaving you overnight wondering what she's phoning
She's either phoning me up to say, you need to come, you need to say goodbye to everyone you love now, or she's phoning up to say, you're okay, it's fine, it's not cancer. It's not pancreatic cancer. We found that the panic is over. But I've never heard of a doctor phoning up to quell someone's fears like that. Have you?
I find the whole thing very irregular. The ringing anyone at the end of the day. Surely you put a phone call in the morning.
Yeah. So you think
she could hang on till tomorrow morning?
You think she's phoning up to say I'm dying then?
No, I just think it's a weird. But
God, what a strange thing to do.
But how's her bedside manner generally? Is she quite thoughtful?
I don't know. I've only ever met her once before.
Right.
Let me listen to it, right? I'm going to dump the bit where she says her name. Right. Because I'm
just wondering if you can give us a call when you can, please. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm just wondering if you can
give us a call when you can, please. That sounds breezy.
So I'm not dying?
I don't think so. They would say give us a call as a matter of urgency or something, wouldn't they? And she wouldn't do it at the end of the day. But it's... yeah. Doing it at the end of the day and going home isn't right, is it?
Not right. Let's go to our friend Luke. Hello, Luke.
First of all, I apologise. I was trying to be a loving, caring husband and father to my kids. I was trying to put my headphones on and it completely messed up. So I apologise to yourself and to the millions of listeners.
Thank you, Luke. Your apology is accepted. Thank you very much indeed. You've got to learn that some things are more important than children and spouses. But your apology is accepted. We couldn't hear a word you were saying. You were just getting fainter and fainter until you disappeared.
Again, that's technology for you. These headphones are rubbish.
It's technology coupled with idiots, and we're just getting nowhere. Anyway, Lukey, what have you got for us on this Holy Monday?
I was at the DanTDM concert on Friday.
You were there?
I was the gentleman. We were treating each other.
Oh, Luke! Right. So, we got seats just over half the way back up at the side, right, if you know Wembley Arena, because I left it a bit late. And I tweeted that I was there. And then Luke tweeted me. He got posh seats. He was you're about 10 rows back, weren't you, from the front?
A little bit further, like 19.
19, all right. So then he tweeted me, and we're all wearing colours. There's blue and there's red and there's yellow teams, right? So then he tweeted me saying, oh, I'm at the thing as well, right? And I'm looking at the picture with my boys, and the boy said, I think, and it's quite some distance away. He had a burgundy top with a white line around his collar. Mm-hmm. And so the boys are looking at the picture and looking at the seats and looking at the picture and looking at the seats, and they went, there he is. And they found you, Luke.
Yeah.
So then I'm trying to get a picture of me pointing to Luke, who's about half a mile away, right? Some distance, but we can see him. So I'm then trying to get a picture pointing at where he is, right? And I think I then tweeted that picture. And then Luke, with his, I guess it was your boy, had one of those giant foam hands. And then my boys went, they're waving at you, Daddy. And so Luke's boy has got this giant foam hand, and he's waving at us, and my boys are waving at him, and we're just taking pictures of each other from miles away, waving at each other. Oh,
it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
It was so much fun, Luke. Thank you for that. My boys were in hysterics. They're going, there he is. And then I say, where? I can't see him. And they went, look, he's there, in front of you. Of course, we worked it out. We had so much fun, Luke. Thank you, man.
Oh, it was amazing, honestly, and I can't believe it. It's got 21 million subscribers. You're right, it's the first concert I've ever been to without listening to music.
It was nuts. I really enjoyed it. 2 hours he was on stage for, right? And it was a lot of fun. They built up this story around these three teams, and it was really good. But the thing that kind of I thought was naughty, Luke.
I know what you're going to say.
Go on.
Are you going to talk about the final game?
Yeah, go on.
The fact that it was sponsored by, can we see the name of the game?
Yeah, we can say the name of the game. Of course we can.
Super Mario Maker 2.
Super Mario Maker 2, right? So he had this supposed battle with the bad guy, except the bad guy never played it. So it's him on stage in front of 12,000 fans playing Super Mario Maker 2 for 20 minutes. So, which the kids kind of like, because they like watching him play games, and I'm thinking, I know where this is going. And of course, as soon as the lights went up, Dad, can we get that game? Dad, I'm thinking, I've spent about 160 quid on tickets. I've spent way too much money at the merch, and now you want me to spend 50, 60 quid on a game?
I'm quite fortunate that my boys actually used their pocket money to buy it before we went to the concert, so I was like, yes.
Beautiful.
You guys are so lucky.
Beautiful. Well, I'm hoping my boys don't mention it again. So I've got my fingers crossed.
I was worried that you were going to see, because I've got twin boys, so I was worried that you might have had a few drinks when, they're two of them. They're exactly the same, but no.
It was, but fair play. I mean, tickets are expensive for everything these days. Some show, wasn't it?
It was, to be fair, I was dreading it about going, and I thought, I'm not sure about this, but it was exciting. I was actually really, rooting for my team to win when the kids were playing. And then when we lost, I was like, no!
I got such a buzz when, cause I watched some of his videos. I quite bought into it, but, my boys, when their team won, their faces, they're up, they're dancing, they're punching the air, it was a thrill. And it's like going to a sports event. It's like going to see a football match, isn't it? It's the same thing.
Before they even come out, you go, DanTDM.
The chant.
DanTDM. And I said what was amazing, it was the lights on the phone.
Yeah.
All around the whole stadium.
Yeah, the light, they had the phone lights on and were waving.
Oh.
We didn't get asked any of the questions, though, on the app.
No, we were the same, and we talked about this, and a lot of people said the same thing. That's the only thing that didn't work.
Fix.
Yeah, I thought that.
Fix. Yeah. So I thought it was a little bit iffy, that. Little bit iffy. But, look, thank you, because the sitting before for the first 30, 40 minutes before the show starts is always a little bit, what do we do? But playing Hunt the Luke was, that was some game, man. So thank you very much for that. You really made my boys laugh a lot.
Not a problem. And just very quickly, I am writing a book about mental health, especially in men. So as soon as that comes around, I'll let you know as well.
Send us a copy, Luke. Thank you very much indeed. Best of luck with that. Thank you. Hunt the Luke. My boys are going, there he is. They worked it out where he was. I was so proud. That was fun. Let's go to Derwin. Good evening, Derwin.
Good evening to you both.
Derwin, what can we do for you this evening?
I went to a car boot sale recently and I bought a load of old magazines, and I got a Parade magazine from January '64, and there's a letter which is Beatle weary.
Okay. Oh.
Can I read that to you?
No, hang on a second. I feel if we're going to do that, then let me get, let's get some appropriate, music in the background. Here we go. Away you go. Oh, hang on, let me jump forward a bit. Let's there we go.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Can't something be done about those infernal Beatles? I am sick and tired of looking at their photographs every time I open a newspaper. I am sick and tired of having to get up and shut off their caterwauling on the radio or television. Long-suffering policemen have to forego their leave in order to keep at bay their hysterical schoolgirl fan. After a few brief weeks of stardom, they are chosen to appear in the Royal Command performance, an honour which hitherto required years of showmanship and an international rating. They have been labelled fantastic, stupendous and marvellous. Rubbish! They are just another vocal group with no more musical talent than may be heard at a sing-song session at one's local. Without all the recording paraphernalia and microphones at their disposal.
Microphones at their disposal.
I honestly doubt if their fans would recognise their renditions. What a blessing it is that teenagers cannot vote. If they enjoyed that privilege, Britain could well be ruled by a Beatle cabinet next year. That's PW from London. Do you think he's still alive and listening to the show?
Oh, probably calls up James Whale at some point. What? And this is in Parade, is it?
Parade magazine.
Wowzers.
It's like Titbits or Ravelli.
I know exactly what Parade magazine is, young man. Don't think you're getting away with it. How are you single? Do you have are you married? What's the deal?
No, unfortunately single.
This is why you're allowed to buy historic pornographic magazines.
Very soft as you can get.
Thank you very much for that. If anyone else has got old letters slagging off the Beatles, 0344 499 1000. Dude, right, can we phone up that person who's texting? Because I'm not playing silly games. Someone keeps texting, gotta guess who I am. Gotta guess who I am. That keeps texting.
Alternatively, block them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not gonna guess. It's that one there that ends 8027. Tell them to come on or bugger off. I'm not playing silly games. Really not. Let's go to Alistair. Good evening, Alistair.
Good evening, Kath. And evening, Ian.
Thank you, Alistair.
It's good to be on the show again.
Okay.
Anyway,
how are things?
Oh, great. I had a top-up of a meeting today because I missed last Thursday's, Ian.
Okay.
And I was in London Wednesday to Sunday. I got back home yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was sort of fun because I was visiting a friend and we were celebrating something that he's achieved, and that was fine. But it was the first time I'd been to sort of central London for about 5 or 6 years. And we went to different places around, which involved a lot of bus travel and a lot of tube travel.
Okay.
But the sort of slightly off-putting thing, but at the same time it was wonderful.
Yes.
People kept saying, "Do you want to sit in the seat?"
Oh, mate!
Oh my God! So initially I said, "Oh no, I'm fine. I'm not falling over or anything." But then they kept saying, no, please, sit in my seat. So I said, all right.
All right, Grandad. Wow. Hey, listen, someone offers me a seat, I'm taking it. Yeah, love it. Thanks very much.
I thought, well, at the end of the day, I'm going to be rude if I just keep refusing.
Take the seat.
But it didn't make me reflect. Well, maybe I am 59, my hair is grey,
yes,
and I am rather portly.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason.
Yeah, those are the reasons. Yeah, you're old. That's it, man. We're all getting there. We're all getting there.
I don't feel old, Ian.
No, but you're old. I'm old. You know, I'm 46. I'm old. You know, I've done my back in and everything's old. Alistair, we've only got about 40 seconds. What did you want, or was it just to let us know that you're willingly stealing seats from young people?
A quick one. You did mention motorcycles at the beginning.
Yes.
Now, what I really hate is those actual engine motorbikes that are very, very loud.
Yes.
And they make them loud on purpose, and when they go by you, they, rev them to make them even louder.
Naughty.
And I want to run them over.
Hell! That escalated quickly! Let's go to the news before we get done for inciting violence.
Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
That's the Analogues. That's the band I saw last night. My God, they're good. They're good. It stopped suddenly, but apart from that, it's good. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, what's your view on fraping? What's fraping?
It's when someone leaves their Facebook generally.
Oh, Facebook raping is the thing. It's not a very nice phrase.
But if someone leaves their login unattended, I mean, in the past, Ian has been a serial offender with this.
I am.
But we've called it an uneasy truth.
Never look at would never look in anyone's DMs, would never look in anybody's messages.
But he will write, I am a div if I leave my thing open.
I haven't done that for 2 years.
No, not since I've had your login details.
Rufus Hound left his Twitter account logged in, and I just did it. He's got 1.2 million followers. I ain't gonna miss a chance to shout to 1.2 million people that I'm on the radio. So I did, this is the biggest advert the show's ever had. So I did a little tweet from that. I would never look at someone's private messages. I would never root around there. I felt bad doing it. I don't know Rufus, so I felt bad doing it. And I thought, that's the show, who cares? Who cares? This guy, he'll teach that guy a lesson. You gotta make sure that you're logged out of these places, otherwise there's gonna be a hell to pay. You gotta teach that guy a lesson. I found this on the floor outside. You saw me.
I saw you.
I saw
pounce
it.
upon it.
I saw it and I bent down, pick it up, little post-it note size thing. I love these. Mr. Madiba. From birth, a gifted African spiritual healer and advisor. No matter how difficult your problem is, there is a solution to it. Problems concerning black magic, love, voodoo, sexual impotency, business transactions, exams, court cases, and immigration cases. I can help you reunite... Sorry?
How has he ordered those problems? It goes from impotency to impotence, actually, to business, or lack of business, I guess.
Yeah.
And then immigration is last.
Yeah.
But black magic is first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I can help you reunite with your loved ones, split unwanted relationships, and gambling. For all your problems, Mr. Madiba is the answer. No disappointment. Quick results guaranteed. Please don't remain in silence with your problems. Seek help from Mr. Madiba. And there's his phone. I'm not going to phone him up because I'm too old for that kind of stuff. But
we have phoned them in the past.
We have phoned them in the past, and they weren't very happy. I seem to. Hang on a second. Okay. But why do people still, buy into all of this bullshit? People do. The thing with these African spiritual healers is obviously there's still
respect for it within that community.
There is a lot of respect within certain nations in the continent of Africa, and then within certain communities within those certain nations. It's not like saying the whole of Africa believes it. It's like saying the whole of Europe, eats snails. They don't. But there will be countries and communities within certain countries where there is still that thing that black magic is to
me, that's not that different from people who live in a enlightened country turning into psychic mediums.
It's not that different from people turning to Jesus or Muhammad or something like that. The thing
reaching out for a higher power when you feel helpless.
Yeah, the thing with like Jesus and Christianity and Islam and Judaism is that they've been around for a long time, and they've got like official books written by them, and do you know what? I reckon there must have been like loads of religions, and those were the three that just got lucky and kind of stuck with people.
Well, they're all of the book. They're all intertwined, don't they? So they feed off each other.
I don't think they do. No.
Yeah, that's actually they're called the religions of the book.
Well, they're different.
They share
books.
the Old Testament.
They're different books.
No.
Well, they are. The Bible is not the Quran. Is not the books that the Jewish people use.
But the Quran does refer to various people from the Bible.
Exactly. So in some ways it's a sequel. It's like Grease 2. The Quran is like Grease 2. Is that going to get me killed?
Possibly.
Okay.
Let's see what you mean.
What's the Jewish book? The Torah.
Yeah, which is the Old Testament.
Torah. It's a film, isn't it? It's an old film. I think about the Japanese in World War II, isn't it? Or is that... so basically the Torah is a version of Das Boot.
Oh, God.
The Quran is Grease 2. And the Bible is the Italian job.
Okay.
British through and through.
Oh, dearie me.
But it's very British. They're all British names, like John and
They're
Mark.
translations, aren't
and
they?
David. And Tony.
Tony?
Steve. Jim Bob.
And our Gary.
It's an English book. It's an English book. I'm not going to read the Bible.
You did your Bible reading time.
Yeah,
in the olden days.
We were in Sunday school and Wednesday club was what do they call the clappy people? Begins with a P.
Pentecostal,
yeah. So which is traditionally a very black church, but these were all white, apart from Fiona King, whose brother was called Wayne King. That's true. That's not even a joke. His name was Wayne King. I don't remember there being any other black people there. It was certainly led by white people, white people with sort of big milk bottle glasses and suits, and but I'm sure it was very Old Testament. I used to know maybe it was the New Testament. It had to be the New Testament. But Corinthians, that's in the New Testament, right? Corinthians 1 and 2.
I don't know.
I think Corinthians got a sequel. I used to know the order of the books of the Bible. I told you this at the rabbit hole the other day. We'd have a game. The game was called something like Soldiers of Christ or something.
Christian Soldiers, wasn't it?
Christian Soldiers. So you'd have to stand up. You'd have your Bible. You'd stand up and it would be sheathe your swords. You had your Bible in your right hand. You put it under your left arm. Draw your swords and you'd hold your Bible up in the air, right, as far as you could. And then they'd give you like a chapter and a verse that you had to find. And the first person to find it and start reading it out loud won a point. And I guess became more holy. I don't know. So you had to do that. And then there was another challenge where you had to recite the books of the New Testament in order. I was wicked at both of those. Useless, terribly pointless skills, but they were fun games. They were fun games. I liked the stories. I liked all the stories about Jesus and all that. And then there were some weird bits where you should kind of suck up and take like, if anybody wants to come out into the hall and ask Jesus into their hearts, come with us now. And you go, yeah, all right. And you'd go and kneel out in the hall and you'd get on your knees and ask Jesus into your hearts. This is at the age of 7.
Right.
You'd ask Jesus.
No speaking in tongues at this point.
No, there was no speaking in tongues. None of that. You'd ask Jesus into your heart and then you'd go in and you'd play some more games. It was a lot of games. I used to like the stories, but then as I got a bit older, I realised, oh, right. They believe these stories. Right, I'm out. I'm done. It was but Sunday school and Wednesday club. My parents must have been shagging a lot. That's the only reason you'd send your kids off. They didn't even take us. A minibus would come and collect us.
Wow.
Remember there's a miserable guy called Mike who worked there, who was part of the team. And the minibus would come and take us, and they would take us off, and we'd go off and sing, God's not dead, no, he's alive, God's not dead, no, he's alive, God's not dead, no, he's alive, hear the word of the Lord, something like that.
Wow.
Used to sing a lot of that kind of clapping, a lot of acoustic guitars being strummed, you know.
They had rainbow straps and smiley face
Yeah,
stickers.
it was that kind of, yeah, I had some good trips there, but we went to Model Railway once. We went to another church.
How was that demonstrative of our Lord Jesus?
I don't know. We went to a church which I think I live near now. And it would it looks really familiar. The gospel, gospel tabernacle. That's what it was. Gospel tabernacle. Not Pentecostal, similar. Gospel tabernacle. Wow. It's all coming back. Very, very weird.
Yeah. I think where they lost me was when they started talking about the devil as a real thing.
Okay.
Because actually I was really frightened about the devil for a long time when I was a kid. Really frightened about the devil because I had a grandma who was a Catholic.
Yeah.
And she used to say things like, if you look at yourself in the mirror too much, you'll see the devil. Which, of course, a kid takes literally.
Yeah, yeah.
Or if you whistle, the devil will come.
Yeah.
There's a lot of devil action.
But did you go to Sunday school?
Yeah.
Did your parents go to church?
My mum used to go.
My parents never went to church.
Yeah, my mum used to go.
My parents never went to church and they make us do this rubbish. My mum used to be a Sunday school teacher when she was like 16.
Interesting.
She told me when I was younger it's because she fancied the vicar. Then when she was older she denied that. So, but yeah, she used to be a Sunday school teacher. Isn't it weird? Weird about parents' lives before we were born.
My mum was very surprised when I said I didn't want the girls to go to Sunday school because she started offering to take them and I went, I'm not really keen on that idea, Mum.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're teaching them. I don't know what particular strain of Christianity. I mean, I know it's Church of England, but that varies from church to church what they're being taught. I said, and I'm not sure I believe anymore, so I don't really want to be sending the girls off to that.
Mum got upset.
And she was upset, yeah. But I think it's more to her about tradition because her parents sent her to Sunday school but my grandma Lillian, I remember when I had my first child, she was very concerned that I shouldn't be out and about until I'd been churched. Have you heard that one?
No.
Apparently there's a really old tradition which is that a woman is unclean because she's passed through the valley of death while she's had this baby.
Okay.
So you've got to go and be blessed before you're fit to be out in public again.
It makes sense. You think about it. Dirty, because you've had something up you.
Whoa.
Dirty so-and-so.
Yeah.
So you've got
churched.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And they weren't particularly massively Christian when I was growing up.
Yeah.
It's just these sort of traditions people hang on to. So, yeah, coming back to the original train of thought.
Yeah.
People latch on to things because it's familiar.
Yeah. I do think my parents must have just been shagging when we were out. That must be what they were doing.
Or tidying up.
Or tidying up.
What do people do when the children aren't about? One or the other, isn't it?
Maybe tidying up.
Sometimes both.
0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Let's take a break, then we'll take some calls. This is Talk Radio.
Stimulating nightly emissions guaranteed to open your eyes and your mind.
Oh my word. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
03444 99 1000. You know, on this show, we're a big fan of a prank. A good prank call or a prank text to a radio show is very special and very, very rare these days. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen these days. My friend Lino sent me a wonderful WhatsApp message yesterday regarding Ian Payne, who is a presenter on LBC, and his theme tune is Ian Payne in the Membrane.
Oh.
Ian Payne in the Brain. And he does quite a dry political show. Okay, but he reads out texts that he gets sent in, and he got sent a text, and he read it out, and I thought I'd play it to you now.
Please give a shout out for my Asian female friend that's just come out as a lesbian, Minjita. Hello, Minjita.
That's got to be one of you lot.
Hands up, who did it? Come on. It's your time you're wasting, not mine. Play it again. One of you did this. Who was it? Please.
Please give a shout out for my Asian female friend that's just come out as a lesbian, Minjita. Hello, Minjita. And let's be...
Terrible business.
It's all there. My Asian female friend who's just come out as a lesbian. There's the feed line. Minge eater. It's so, one more for you.
Please give a shout out for my Asian female friend that's just come out as a lesbian, Minjita.
Now, I mean, why would that be?
How is that relevant to Ian Payne's show? Doesn't matter.
Oh, I love that so much. Thank you for that, Lena. If you hear anything like that on any show or any team, get them into us. Bless you.
Thanks. Oh dear.
You'd be very welcome. 0344 499 1000 is the phone. I'm just wondering where we go next. You've got something there, have you? Something
yeah, a little something.
Go on, let's have what you got. Go on.
Do you have you ever heard of Butney?
Butney? I don't know Butney, no.
Do you suffer from Butney?
Okay.
Expert reveals causes of bum spots and how to stop them.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't, but it's
sometimes you wouldn't know.
No.
Unless someone checks.
I've got a very spotty back at the moment. What does that mean? Am I dying? Is that Hep C? What is
acne.
That? Acne. Okay, all right.
Are you self-conscious about spots on your bum? Thankfully, there are ways to clear acne from your booty.
I don't think you're taking this seriously, Katherine. This is a very serious issue that affects literally tons of people. So.
There are ways to clear acne from your booty region. I don't think the Daily Star is taking this particularly seriously.
Booty region.
Here, a skincare expert reveals all. Are you blighted with Butney? The skin problem, which is also referred as bum spots.
Bum spots? This is in Viz, right? This is a Viz story.
Can make you feel self-conscious on the beach. But thankfully, there are ways to clear the unsightly lumps and bumps. Revered dermatologist Dr. Gabriel Serrano recently spoke about the problem. He says it can be caused by a variety of factors. There are various factors that can cause spots on your bottom. For example, what's he called? Gabriel Serrano. Okay, I'm going to do the Spanish accent then. For example, sweating and remaining in your clothes means bacteria and sweat are in close connection with your skin, allowing it to penetrate your pores and leading to irritation and untimely, ultimately spots. Tight clothing such as non-breathable lycra or polyester can also contribute to... All right, we get it. Sweaty bum, that's what's going to cause it.
Sweaty bum.
If you're prone to body hair or have thicker, more coarse hair, then you might also find that you're more susceptible to pimples. Also, the use of heavy lotions and creams can contribute to blocked pores and inflammation, resulting on spots on your bottom. It may also manifest due to genetics, so check out your mum's bottom. No,
Wow.
I added that last bit, but
Okay, I
apparently
guess you
it is a genetic thing as well.
Okay.
Comparatively, bum spots tend to be sparked by the build-up of bacteria or dead skin. Dr. Serrano...
Or not wiping your arse correctly. It's another thing, guys.
What he's talking about is spots. Acne
Yeah.
is caused by sebum and an oily substance trapped in the pores. However, spots on your bottom are likely to be caused by folliculitis, a condition that occurs when bacteria and dead skin cells get into your hair follicles, causing inflammation. This usually looks like small red bumps clustered around the follicle. They can be itchy and sometimes painful.
Follicle.
So, here's how you treat them, guys. Don't pick them. And don't scrub at them with any strong exfoliators. Instead, cleaning the area and moisturising could help clear the buttony.
Who moisturises their ass? Do you moisturise your
I
ass?
moisturise everything.
Your ass?
Mm.
What for?
Just be seven. I want to be, I want to be baby soft.
On your ass?
Everywhere.
Who's looking at that?
While you're at it, you might as well.
Well, no, you might. It's just a waste.
You're
Save
doing
it.
your legs. Why stop at your...
Okay. I don't want to body shame you.
I'm not ashamed.
You should
Honestly,
be a little bit.
to be honest, I'm so soft. It's very hard to sit still on a chair.
Yeah. That'll do.
Here we go. Skincare expert recommends products that contain aloe vera to soothe and calm the skin. He also thinks vitamin E-rich creams can be beneficial as they act as an antioxidant, protecting cells from damage caused by free radicals. You don't want a free radical on your bum, no. So really that story attracted me because of the buttony thing, but beyond that it was all about just not having spots.
Okay, I've got no idea what just happened in the last 3 minutes of my life.
I want to know where you stopped moisturising.
I just moisturise my face.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just
Not your
moisturise-
hands?
Not really, no.
Your
well, no.
arms?
No.
Shoulders?
No, my face. If I have a shave, I moisturise my face.
Oh.
That's it. My
Neck?
bum. Well, down to where I've shaved.
Okay. But then not chest?
No, of course not. Why would I do that?
You don't want a crepey chest?
I dare you. I dare you. No, because if I have a shave, I will moisturise my face. Or if maybe I've had a good wash of my face, I'll moisturise my face then as well. But normally I just say, men's moisturiser.
It's very thick.
I use Bulldog. That's it. Men's moisturiser is très expensive. Très expensive.
Oh, well, let's not talk about women's moisturiser then.
Yeah.
Because that's... But you don't have to spend a fortune. There are some that are very
Cheap
good.
ones irritate my skin.
Nah.
Yeah, they do, actually.
There'll be some crackers that you're missing.
No, they won't.
don't
I
know.
never forget once I got some soap from, you know those shops that, excuse me, you know those shops, I may or may
Soap
not be
shop.
dying, you know the shops, I don't want to say, you know the shops where everything costs around about 100 pence?
Yes!
You know
Except
those?
they don't anymore.
No.
They're putting the prices up.
Yeah, I know. I bought some soap there. And it made my hands bleed. What? Let me take this call, because this call keeps coming on and then keeps going, and I can see. Hello, who is this, please, caller?
Oh, hello. Hello, Ian. Oh, sorry, hello, Ian. I've gone direct to here, sorry. Ian, all I was telling your producer was ask for the people...
Katherine's the producer. You were speaking to Amy.
Amy, yeah. Thanks, Amy. Thanks a lot. Okay, sorry, Ian. All it was a little bit concerned, if you don't mind, and I thought maybe your other callers might know as well, because you've had a problem with your stomach as well, and you're talking about religion and black magic this evening.
Yes.
So, I wanted to tell you to look into something called plow. You can look it up on your computer.
Or you could tell me about it now.
Okay. Well, plow is something which is considered very real, okay, but not in Western countries.
Okay, so it sounds like nonsense. Okay, where you go.
Yeah.
By the way, how are you spelling Procow?
Well, off the top of my head, I've only just thought about it now listening to the radio, but I think it's P-U-K-A-U, something like that.
Oh, okay. Right.
They spell it differently. It's in Bahaz Malaysian.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's happened to me twice.
Right.
And it's happened to my wife once. And it's in Malaysia and Indonesia.
You sound about 15 years old. I don't believe you're married.
Oh, well, thanks a lot, E. Thanks. That's very kind of you.
Well, no, I don't believe for a second that you're married. What's your wife's name?
Chitra Rockmatin.
Chitra Rockmatin?
Rockmatin. She's Muslim.
Right, okay. And what's your anniversary?
I got married in 2003.
On what
20th
date?
of July.
Okay.
20th of July.
Okay, and how old are you?
I don't want to say. I'm 28.
And you got married 16 years ago, and you're 28?
Yeah.
Thanks very much for your call. Yeah, come on.
But tell us about how we cure Ian's stomach flu.
I love it. I love it when simple maths.
When the wheels fall off.
When it's obviously bullshine, and then simple maths just catches them out. 28. You got married 16 years ago. Okay, thanks very much for your call. Let's take a quick break. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
03-44-9 if you want to give us a call, you'd be very welcome to. I'm stalling. Little bit of stalling going on. I don't quite know where to go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You catch my lizard?
Yes, I am. Catching your lizard.
What do you reckon?
Should we play a game? Oh no.
I haven't got my bell.
What?
I haven't got my bell. My bell's at home. You've
been using it privately?
I've got it on my desk at home, and so when I'm working, if I come up with a good idea or a bad idea, ding!
You're kidding me.
I ding myself. I love it. Oh, I love it. It's
maybe you should invest in another bell.
Yeah, maybe we need a work bell. And, maybe we don't. Alright, let's just get this out of the way, shall we? Right. So, here's the thing. I'm just gonna get it out of the way. But you're looking at me as though I shouldn't get it out of the way.
No, you do it.
I'm just gonna get it out of the way. So this last 6 months have been lousy, right? Lousy. In the divorce came through, this horrific car crash that was horrendous, it was just one of the most traumatic things I've ever been involved in. And, I've started, it started again with this brilliant, I don't even know what he is, therapist, counsellor, I don't know what his description would be. And he's brilliant. And I've been doing a lot of work with him, right, to try and get over the trauma of the car crash and to, try and get through this, I nearly saw then, this sodding, let's call it, depression that's, I'm a depressed, I go on about it all the time. And, this is really weird. This is weird to say this, but I'm going to say it and then it's done, right? I'll say it and then it's done and then that's it. And then I don't have to do it anymore. So we've been doing a lot of work and I've been reminded of a lot of stuff that kind of started when I was about 14 or 15 years old and would involve me basically engaged in kind of sexual acts with significantly older men. And it's kind of went on for quite a while. And I've always had a lot of confusion around it, because I started putting, these things happened and then I started putting myself in these positions so that these things would happen again. And so I always kind of looked at it when it was that age as it being, it was my fault, it was all of that. But now, I can see that it was abuse, it was 14-year-old me and 60-year-old guy, 15-year-old me and 55, I can see it as being, as what it was, and it was abuse. And so he's helped me look at that in kind of a new light, and he's helped me realise that I'm probably bisexual, That's a big thing to come out, Amy. You get all the best shows. So I guess I'm coming out. This is me coming out, I suppose is how they would call it, at the age of 46. And I'm terrified by it. And, this has been a thing that's caused me great shame and great embarrassment. And I think it's the confusion and the shame around it is what has caused me to take a load of drugs and has caused me to be unfaithful to a lot of people and caused me to generally, to screw up a lot of work and generally go on a very self-destructive, behavioural pattern throughout my life. And since and I've told like maybe 3 or 4 people in my life, like maybe therapists or whatever. And since I've been working with him and I've kind of accepted this, I've told a couple of people, like you, Kathy, you were the first person I told, and I was kind of expecting, oh, that's disgusting. Oh God, why'd you do that? Oh, I need to think about it. And all I got from you was unconditional love. So thank you for that, because it was unconditional. It was, thanks for telling me. Don't know why you're ashamed. I do know why you're ashamed, but you have no reason to be, and I'm sorry you had to carry that around with you for so long. And, that was like, oh, okay, fine. And then I told a couple of friends who also were the same and asked a few really intelligent questions about it. And then I told like a handful of people on Twitch the other day to see what that felt like. And apart from a couple of people calling me a paedophile, most people, they did. People did.
They misunderstood the story, maybe.
I think they did a little bit. Most people were cool. So I guess this is me kind of coming out, as being bisexual. Now, it's kind of like 70-30 straight, 65-35 straight. You know, it's not, it's not, and I don't really need to go into any of the details of exactly what I have and what I haven't done and all of that. And I have a female partner now, and I'm very happy and all of that. And I'm saying it because I feel, not to make a big thing of it. I don't want to make a big thing of it. I'm just saying it because so then it's out. I just feel this weight, having told you, Katherine, has lifted. Like this weight of shame and self-destruction has lifted. And so I just want to just say it and get it out, and then it's done. And then I don't need to kind of address it anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course it does.
Doesn't it?
So You've been carrying it around for decades.
Jesus, over 30 years, man.
And thinking that people that you care about wouldn't want to know you after that. I mean, imagine that fear.
And here's the thing, I'm so nervous saying this now. I'm so nervous and uncomfortable saying this now. And it's easier to come on and say, one night I did 10 grams of coke and 10 pills, which I did. It's easier to come on and say that. And then to say, I've done stuff with blokes, even now I still, I don't know what to say. So, I'm just saying that, and that's done, and that's kind of out there. Please, men, I don't want to go out with any of you, so don't send me, unless you're really hot. I don't know. But I feel a lot better having just said that, and I may have embarrassed some people. I don't know. Guys, it's so weird. Carried this around for years, this shame, and just this self-disgust and all of this. And I tell you what inspired me to tell you, Katherine, was that bit in Limmy's book where he talks about he's like 19, 20, I think, and he talks about copping off with blokes and stuff in such wow, that came from nowhere, such a refreshingly straight, in inverted commas, way. But that was what made me think, oh, okay, right, he's doing that. Well, I'm a patter thief, so maybe I can steal his gay patter. So that's that, and that's done, and now that's that. And I feel thoroughly embarrassed. I'm not doing it, so that you'll go, hey, great, well, it's really great, it's really brave. Just doing it so that I feel better, and I don't have to live with shame anymore.
I think that since we discussed it, the change in you has been noticeable.
It has. I'm shaking with fear.
Yeah.
I don't want this going out as a bloody video.
No.
I'll put this out as a video.
Recall email. I wouldn't, no.
No, I know you wouldn't.
But life because you found that it's been the pivotal thing in a lot of other problems or
Yeah.
means
In every
means
problem.
of distraction.
And I started, when I was 14, 15, I was thinking my dad had just left, so I'm trying to get relationship with my dad by doing that. I'm trying to get control over what happened to me when I was 9 in the Cubs. There's all these reasons, and then some bits of it I quite liked, and anyway, that's that. Right, well, gosh, we're done, just came out on air, that's fine, that's great, these things happen, guys. 0344 499 1000, this is Talk Radio.
After hours amusement for anarchists, air hostesses, and jet-lagged Antipodeans.
G'day, coppers. Can I crash on your floor? The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Oh, I did the most exciting thing today. I used a hedge trimmer for the first time in my life.
Did you?
It was insane.
I thought you looked different.
It was insane. So I bought a hedge trimmer. It's like a chainsaw, but it's not a chainsaw. But
yeah, it's got like a...
Yeah, but I bought a long one, and I got got a tiny little front garden, but it's just, hello?
Note of caution. I've used a hedge trimmer. It's very easy to get carried away, but also you've got to be careful with the old, the wire, because I've gone through that about 4 times.
Oh, no, mate, no. No.
Okay, well...
No.
Well, let's discuss this when you've done
I've got a very small front garden, and I've just let it get overgrown and stuff recently.
I didn't even know there was a gate in your front garden.
No, you didn't. But at the weekend, I cut the lawn in the front garden, and today I got my hedge trimmer out, and I did the hedge. Jesus, it's so bloody good! It just chops stuff down! I tried to chop a bit of tree down, that
Too
jammed
thick.
it. Too thick.
Mm-hmm.
Too thick. But I just doing the hedge. You're right, it's easy to get carried away, so I just kind of took the tops off, gave it a little trim, took the tops off, took the sides off, went out in the street, did it in the street. Here's the weird thing. Today, my neighbour, David, who lives next door, this afternoon texted me saying, Ian, I've got a guy coming next week who's going to trim the front of my hedge. Do you want me to get him to do yours? I went, no, David, I did mine today. What coincidence?
Yeah.
What coincidence? So I trimmed the hedge, and I brushed it all up and put it in the green recycling bin.
And how does that make you feel as a person?
It made me, well, it really hurt my back. My back is killing me. But it made me feel great, man.
Yeah.
It made me feel powerful. I mean, the garden still looks tatty. I pulled up the stingers growing from the path. There's a lot of stuff growing through the path. The gate is unusable because there is lavender bush growing behind it.
You can give that a good old going over as well.
What, cut it right back?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
And it'll grow back?
Lavender is virtually unkillable.
Here's the thing. Do kids make lavender bags anymore?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
I used to love making a lavender bag.
What, you'd have to leave it
You'd
for
get
the
a
kids.
little
You can
bit
make a lavender bag if you
A
want.
little bit of cloth, some lavender. You put it in the
ribbon.
Oh, well, we would, I think we just sewed ours up.
Oh.
So it was in. It was just sealed in there.
Well, sewing is a bit more tricky than tying
We'd
a bow.
sew it. We'd
Well
sew
done,
it.
skills.
It was sewing, and then you give them to your nan, and she puts them in her pants drawer.
A pomanda.
Doesn't put it up anywhere. Doesn't put it up her Amanda. What are you talking about? Don't put it up anywhere. Disgusting. How can you speak about my grands like that? Up her Amanda? What on earth are you talking about?
Oh, God. Oh, dearie me.
How dare you?
Oh, dear. Sorry. Don't know where that came from.
But no one makes them anymore. I might make myself some
Pomandas.
lavender bags.
Would you like the smell of lavender? Because some people don't.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, I love it. It's great.
Send you to sleep.
Yeah. Well, I'm an old queen now, so it's like I'm supposed to love it. I love it. I've got that lavender spray you got me, which I spray on my bed. Because my house, I struggle with making my house smell nice.
That's 3 cats.
It is the cats, 3 cats. And you bought me those Glade things that go off, but they...
Quite offensive, I think, because when you walk past them, it's like, you stink.
Also, I don't really think they do a lot. I've just bought some refills for it, different flavour. I don't really think they do a lot. I want to get those, but you have to get the nice ones, the sticks in juice.
Oh, yeah.
The
I bought a really lovely one, but they don't seem to last very long.
Back in the day, here's the thing, kids. Here's the thing, Amy. When I was young, man, growing up, it was air fresheners. Just a big can of air freshener. And sometimes you pick up the wrong can and you just spray Mr. Sheen. But that smelled just as nice.
I dumped a boy once because of my mum's Glade mushroom.
Sorry?
I thought it was his aftershave.
Oh.
And every time he came round, I was like, God, it's giving me a real headache. It's horrible.
His mushroom gave you a headache?
Well, no, I thought it wasn't.
No?
It wasn't his aftershave. It was my mum's Glade mushroom, it turns out, because once I dumped him, the smell persisted, and it was my mum's.
Oh, God.
So sorry, Richard.
Sorry, Richard.
Could have been beautiful.
But I bought some refills, but I just don't, it's just making a whole house smell not of farts and of lonely man.
Yeah. Why don't you open a window now and again?
I can't open the windows at the front because the cats get out them.
Okay.
They're always sniffing around the front windows. I can't do it. I open the back door a lot. Hey, bloody window cleaning shits.
Oh yeah, tell them this, because that sounds pricey to me.
Right, so I want to get my windows clean. I was out in the back garden, right, on my hammock, and I thought, well, the windows look dirty, right, particularly the conservatoire. So I thought, I'll go onto this local Facebook page that I use and ask for a window cleaner. So I did, and a few people recommended some window cleaners. So I got one guy to come round, give me a quote. Young man, at 22, 23, very well spoken. We, of course, associate window cleaning with the working class. No, he came round, and it's 3-bedroom house, right? And he said to do
It's only got three walls, hasn't it? Because it's a
Sorry?
Isn't it adjoined to another house?
Yes,
so yeah, so it's not like you've got extra windows on one side. Carry on.
He said to do the outside windows, the outside of the windows, 25 quid. To do the conservatoire outside, an extra 15 quid. Or do the roof of the conservatoire.
Yes, okay,
15 quid.
I can see that that is labour intensive.
To do the inside windows, £35. No one does the inside windows anymore. I just wanted to get the inside windows done once.
Do you know what? It might be worth getting done once.
It's worth getting done once.
And then you can take care of it from there on.
No, I won't. I hate cleaning windows.
Yes,
my mum used to make me do it when she was ill and I felt guilty and I was 19 and I would clean the windows and she would say, no, you missed a bit. No, I hate it. So never. So I hate it. And so I said, all right, yeah, fine, I'll book you in. Then I told you the price and you went, ooh, just hold off a little bit there, buddy.
I would compare and contrast.
So I'd sent him a message saying, dude, I got a little bit carried away. Can we just hold off for a bit? Of course you can. So then I got the numbers of 2 other window cleaners that have been recommended by 2 other people on this Facebook page. I phoned them up and I left the messages. They've not called me back.
No.
They've not called me back.
Might be up ladders.
Well, I left the messages yesterday.
Oh, okay, well, that'd be unfortunate.
And they've not called me back, right? I bet they voted Brexit.
Oh, wow.
I bet they did. Lazy British workers. When we leave Europe, we are so effed. Because it's people like the window cleaners that couldn't be bothered to return my call offering them work. I've got work for you. I've got money I would like to give you some money in exchange for your service. No, not return call. Outrageous. And one of them had recommended himself. On the thing. So he knew that a call might be forthcoming.
Mind boggles, doesn't it?
It's outrageous.
I used to have a window cleaner until, what happened was I hired this guy and he and his dad had a business and his dad used to be the one that did the window cleaning.
Okay.
Great, brilliant.
Yeah.
Then they hired a load of other people.
Yeah.
I'm guessing taking over their rounds. It's quite a competitive business, window cleaning.
Yeah.
People get territorial. And from then on, window cleaning mayhem. I would be in the house. They put a card through and I think no one's done my windows.
Wow. Scumbags.
So I reported that. And then I got a letter from the boss of the thing saying, by the way, we know that this guy's been pulling a fast one. He no longer works for us. But then it just happened again with someone else about two months later. So I got rid.
Phone box has just crashed.
Again?
Yeah. Amy, do you want to fix that, please? Because I don't know how to, and I bet that you do. Am I right?
I'm not sure I know how to fix it.
I can't switch it.
Is there a plug?
No, I can't switch it off and on again on this one in the way that I showed Katherine previously. Do you have a switching it off and on again option?
As in closing it and opening it again?
Yeah. I can't close it. Oh, we go.
Oh, well, it's open for me, but it's not connecting, apparently.
Oh. No, it's already running, Katherine. You're actually making it worse.
All right, let's just see.
Tell you what we're going to do. Screw that. We're going to open Skype on my computer. We are unlike other shows in that we
have another weapon.
We have another weapon. It's failing to connect.
Yeah, isn't that strange? Can I shut down, restart?
Oh.
Or is that?
Don't know. I don't know. Restart. You can give us a call. 0203. This has got a new number, guys, and it's Skype. It's just like a regular thing. We won't call you back. So this is not the Talk Radio phone number. This is a different number. You can Skype us. Well, let's wait and see if this works first, shall we? Let's wait and see if the reboot works before we give out a different phone number. You going to stand there?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. She's standing behind me, guys.
If I go and sit down, I'll have to come back again.
Well, you won't actually, because
You can manage this?
don't touch me. You touch me.
Can you manage this?
Yeah, I can manage this.
Yeah, okay, good luck. Don't be asking me for help.
Well, I didn't ask you for help then.
You asked Amy.
Yeah, I asked Amy, the technical operator of the show, because I know that asking you, I kind of suspected asking Amy wouldn't be much use, because she was giving me panicked looks as I was giving her panicked looks. But I knew asking you, Katherine, was pointless. And I was right, wasn't I, Amy?
No! Is it restarting or not?
Let her answer. No, it's not. Let her answer. It was pointless, wasn't it, Amy?
I wouldn't call it pointless. No.
But so the point was...
Well, it's come back now, so...
For you it has.
Have
My
you not done
computer's not restarting.
At all?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, you absolute tit!
Wow.
Did you shut down or did you...
I restarted.
I didn't do anything! She did! Don't she's having a go at me now, thinking I've done this. You did this.
You need to calm down.
You probably got the same menstrual cycle or something, you two. Working in tandem. I know you women are like, you work in tandem. Body clocks sync up. I know all this. Psychology. Oh, psychology. I got plenty of that going on right here in between these fingers that are pointing at my temples. So don't you two try and outsmart me with your femininely wiles. It's not started. You've broken a works computer. They cost approximately £1,000.
Broken.
Now I haven't got an out time, because she's got rid of the out time, Amy. Could you say it, please?
59.
That's a very late out time.
It is, yeah.
So when I've got to fill, it should be 3 minutes 20. Now it's 5 minutes. Flippin' heck. Would you like to come and fix your damage?
Oh, you want me to come back over there now?
Yeah, because I want you to see what you've done. I want you to see how you've made things actually worse. Here we go. Oh, Katherine. You actually made it work. No, don't go. No, don't press any buttons down there. No.
I think the buttons are down there, though.
I'm pressing Control, Alt, Delete.
What's this do? Don't do that.
Okay. Well, that's broken. That is actually broken.
Whoa. Don't do that.
What?
Breaking thing.
I've not broken any bloody thing! You broke it!
There's a big thing here I could pull out.
Go on then. Do it. Nothing works, so we might as well.
Or we could phone the engineer.
Amy, could you phone the engineer, please?
Yes, okay.
Thank you.
Shall I have a look first?
Oh, hang on a minute.
It's gone off.
Hang on a minute. I fixed it.
What did you do? What did you do?
I fixed it.
No, you didn't. You just...
No, I pressed the buttons.
What did you press?
Press that. If you missed it, Amy, I pressed that.
Why can't you just admit that I fixed it?
Because you haven't fixed it.
Something's happening now. It's thinking.
Switchboards. This is why I reckon we're getting loads of phone calls the first couple of hours, and they couldn't get through because that was unusually quiet for us. Normally we have way more calls than that, and so that's very quiet for us. Don't say boom.
It's coming back.
Right. So the computer has started working. Yeah. Now we need to find out if phone box, which is within the computer, has started working. You try and get it up and running.
Okay. Can you pass me the keyboard? And lose the attitude. How about that? Right.
Oh, you got to log in. What's the password? Sorry, what's the password?
I'm guessing.
She's typed in password 1234. Try as other user. No, right. Tried that. Right. Can we phone the engineer up and get the password to log into the computer that Katherine has reset? Oh, jeez. But you're not even typing it in.
You got it. You got it there.
What is going on? Why is everyone in the studio now? Why is everyone in the studio?
You might have no password. Have you tried that?
Yeah, we tried that.
Yeah, I'll go and get engineer.
What are you typing there?
What's happening there?
Flipping heck, man.
That's because of you pressing buttons.
I've not pressed anything.
Did you earlier on? I think you might have.
Pressing my button. My Jaxie button.
Wow.
No. Look, he's typed too many.
What's it? This isn't me doing it.
Leave it. Maybe someone's typing in. Maybe there's an engineer listening. So who's in control of this? Hello, computer. Right, don't type anything. Let's see what happens.
So just press enter.
Yeah. Right, let me type in the password. Right, what I think it is. Don't. This is great listening, guys. You must be having a really lovely time listening to Katherine getting on my tits. Talk radio, where
talk is cheap.
Talk is unwelcome, apparently. You can hear Amy there through the soundproof glass of the £25 million studio. This is what we've ended up with, right?
Yeah, there is no password.
I might have fixed it. I might have just fixed it, guys.
You fixed it, did you?
Yeah, I did, Katherine.
Sure I pressed that.
Well, it's me who's got to phone box. I think you find, actually. It's me who's got to phone box.
I got you to this stage, though.
No. I've got phone box.
Wow.
There we go. I'm in. Thanks, Amy. Thank you.
You fixed it, did you?
Yeah. Oh, we just missed Nigel from Maidstone.
Watch that.
So, yeah, it's working. Dear God.
Still, it was 5 minutes filler. This still, listener, is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
phones are working. We quit Skype. Skype is saved for another day. The phones are working, dear listener. 0344 499 1000. Nigel, I saw you're on the line. You're very welcome to call back, although I don't know why I'm saying this, as you will not be listening to this. Dear listener, this is the Late Night Alternative every weeknight between, what time are we on?
10 till 1.
Thank you very much indeed. Ian Lee stole some jungles in a strawberries in the jungle. Stole some strawberries in the jungle and ate a pig's vagina. And stopped myself from saying something very vulgar there, Catherine.
Good,
so that's
well
progress
done.
about pigs and vaginas.
Good.
So that is progress.
Hold on. I'm Katherine Boyle. I've sometimes enjoyed listening to jungle music.
There we go. 0344 499 1000. What have we talked about? We've talked about, let me play that Ian Payne clip just one more time in case we've got people who've just tuned in and missed it. This is great. Is Ian Payne's a presenter on another radio station. A little bit dry for my liking, but he's very popular. People, he's, gets more listeners than this show ever does. So who am I? Who am I to knock? Guys, this is why you got to be so careful with texts and things like that. This actually went out on LBC the other day.
Please give a shout out for my Asian female friend that's just come out as a lesbian, Minjita. Hello, Minjita.
There you go. And the fact that he ad-libs that bit, that hello Minjita at the end is, it's just absolutely, wonderful. I like the ones that have got big, exclamation marks by them. They're the fun ones. So we talked about that. I came out as bi. We talked about Greg Turkington, hedge trimmers, Mr. Madiba, electric scooters. Window cleaners, and doctors phoning you up just before the surgery closes, telling you that you should call them, and then you phone up, of course, the surgery's closed.
Dr. Bombshell.
I could be dead. Songs, okay, this is a tough one. Songs about doctors. Dr. Love by Kiss.
Dr. Robert.
Oh, this is going to be a fun game. Okay, Doctor, the Thompson Twins.
Ooh.
This is good.
Dr. Beat, Gloria Estefan.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we're out. It can't be out. There's got to be a couple more. Maybe we're out. This could be a very quick round of, Dr. Poker.
Can we include things with Doctor in the lyrics, I wonder? Oh, Doctor, can you
I've got one. Doctor in the TARDIS.
Yes.
You can have that one.
All right.
Go on. You can have
I'm not singing it.
You got to, otherwise it doesn't count.
Goodness gracious me.
Yeah, Doctor, I'm in trouble.
Doctor,
well,
I'm
goodness
in
gracious me. Do it. You do have voice.
That was on all aboard, wasn't
it? It's a great record. Do you do it?
What is it? Oh, Doctor, I'm in trouble.
Well, goodness gracious me.
Something.
Every time a certain man is standing next to me, my heart begins to race, and my heart begins to race. It goes boom, buddy, boom, buddy, boom, buddy, boom, buddy, boom, buddy, boom, buddy, boom, 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 buddy, boom, buddy, boom, buddy, boom. Well, goodness gracious me. Okay, so there's that. Doctor in the House.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Could be out.
There's a
0344 499 1000.
There's an Aretha Franklin song where it says, "Don't call." Oh no, I know what it is. Love Hangover. It's not Aretha Franklin that I'm thinking of. It's Diana Ross.
In it?
Love Hangover. Yes. Yeah.
Where? I need to know where. You can't just say.
There is. Hang on. So it goes. Right. Love Hangover. Don't call the doctor. Don't call the preacher.
All right, we'll have that.
Don't call
I've got
mama.
One. Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones.
Call him Dr. Jones. Are you looking on Twitter?
No.
No?
No.
No?
Well, don't you look on...
Krista suggested Dr. Jones by Aqua 23 seconds ago.
I got it from someone on text. Thank you very much indeed.
Oh, did you know?
Yes, I did. Go on. Hang on a minute. Who was the guy that would always play Adam Ant with us? Was it Simon?
Yeah.
Scumbag's called in now. Simon, what do you want?
I called in with a Doctor song in.
Of course you did.
This guy cannot let it lie. He cannot let it lie. Go on then.
Well, I think I'm too late, because when I'm in the hold, I think you've actually said it, which is, because of delay. I didn't hear it, did I? I think Dr. Jones, Aqua, but I think you had it.
Oh, mate. I'm sorry. Just see if you can think of any more on that page you're looking at on Wikipedia.
I'm not on Wikipedia. Mr. Lee, you were the one who cheated at Adamant.
All right,
Cheats at everything.
Right, so we're going to go. My turn, then it's Catherine's turn, then it's your turn, right, okay?
What, is this Doctors in the song or any of the lyrics?
It's got to be in the song, but here we go. Okay. Doctor My Eyes.
Dr. Feelgood by Mötley Crüe.
I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah.
Can I have Spirit in the Sky by Doctor and the Medics?
Oh, if we're having acts, then anything by Dr. John.
Alanis Morissette, Not the Doctor.
Okay.
Dr. Hook, When You're in Love with a Beautiful Woman.
Oh, okay.
Or anything by Dr. Hook.
Let me think. Oh, I don't know any of these ones here. Good Doctor by Robbie Williams, of course.
How does that go?
Yeah?
How does that go?
It's irrelevant how it goes. It just goes.
Oh.
Katherine?
Dr. Jesus.
Right, okay. All right, quick round of Adamant. I'll go first. Adamant, Katherine.
Tanita Tikaram.
Simon.
Metallica.
Me. Anita Dobson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
New Model Army.
Yeah, we're done. Simon.
Yazoo.
Osmond. No, it's the. I think maybe the shouldn't count. No, I think. All right.
The rules are changing.
Well, I think the rules can evolve.
Kel Surprise.
No, I think that the shouldn't count. Okay. All right. Fine. Well, it will count then, but I don't think it should count.
Well.
Odyssey. Katherine. Why?
Yaz and the Plastic Population. Oh, I've got that jumper. Woman on the telly wearing my jumper.
Please be quiet. Simon. 10.
Nickelback.
9. K. Kiss. 10. 9.
Sunita.
10. 9. 8.
Adam Faith.
Hawkwind. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4.
Duran Duran.
10. 9.
Nick Berry.
Yellow. 10. 9. 8.
Ollie Murs.
10. 9. 8.
Stevie Wonder.
Roy Orbison. 10. 9. 8. 7.
Nana Muscuri.
She's hot. She's so beautiful. 10.
In Excess.
Slade. 5. 4.
Enya.
5. 4. 3. 2.
Atomic
1.
Kitten.
Just. What did he say?
Atomic Kitten.
Nico. 5. 4. 3.
Olive.
5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Stevie Earl Ray.
Sorry?
Stevie Earl Ray.
Olive.
It ends with E, mate.
Oh. Olive.
Olive.
Oh, it is Hollies. Sorry. Enigma.
Jesus, mate. You're sailing close to the wind, buddy. ABBA, goes back to you, Simon. 5, 4, 3.
Adamski.
Aye, Katherine, you. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Idris Elba.
He did have a record out. We have to accept that. Alice in Chains. 5. Alice in Chains. 5.
Wasn't it me? Wasn't it meant to be Micah? Oh, that's gone either way, isn't it?
Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, Simon. He's out.
Swing Out Sister.
Richie Valance. That ends with an S, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5. 4.
Sabrina.
3. Alicia's Attic. 5.
Oh, nice.
4. 3.
Kylie Minogue. Oh, no, it's with a C.
2. 1. Goodbye, Katherine.
Cher.
No, we are out, Katherine. No, we're out, Katherine. We got Susan. We got Booper.
We got fun.
We got fun coming out of our ass. This is Talk Radio.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Ah, man, apparently, Thompson Twins had 2 Doctor songs we could have used. 03444991000. Good evening, Booper.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Katherine. How are you?
Very well, thanks, mate. Whereabouts are you from? I love that accent.
About 1975, I think.
Yeah, whereabouts are you from, buddy?
How do you know 1975? I was going to say Dr. Good. Dr. God. B.J. Thomas.
Yeah. That's the worst accent I've ever heard in my life.
Get out of here.
No, man, that's a terrible accent. I mean, it's so bad. I don't want to call it, but it's almost racist.
No, don't.
Yo, yes.
Not very good.
Whereabouts you from?
Wembley.
Wembley. And whereabouts your family from?
From India.
What part of India?
Oh my God, Gujarat.
Okay, count to 10 for me.
1, 2,
in
3, 4,
Hindi.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, it stacks up. It stacks up.
Well, I've been here a while, so accent is going.
It stacks up. All right, well, what can we do? There was a great bit of the Neil Hamburger show, right? Where he says to this guy, he's going, whose birthday is it? Is anyone got a birthday? You. How old are you? I'm 32. What's your date of birth? 29th of June. All right, checks out. It's a great line. Anyway, Booper, what can we do for you?
Dr. God, B.J. Thomas.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's go to Susan. Thank you. He counted to 10 in Hindi. What can I do? If I push him any further, I'm the racist. You know, I gotta, as Neil Hamilton said, it checks out. Susan!
Hello, boys and girls. Happy boys and girls. How are you? You're very happy, I gather, from your jovialities on the telephone this evening.
Someone's pissed.
No. I'm not pissed at all.
Okay.
Not yet.
Smoking a bit of weed?
No, I don't do that stuff. Never done that.
Okay.
Right. The film, before I talk to you about what I want... Why is there an echo on this phone? What are you doing? Are you bugging the phone?
Well, yeah, we are bugging it. We're broadcasting it live.
No, but there's a bug on it. Why have I got an echo? It's weird.
I think I can fix it, Susan. Hang on a minute. If I do this... Hang on a minute. Let me just see. If I do this... Susan? Yeah, fixed it. Let's go to Sheila. Good evening, Sheila.
Oh, thank God for that.
It's Fruitcake Corner, yes.
I phoned from 3 phones and I can't hear a word of it. So, but as soon as I went on air, I can hear.
That's great. What have you called in for tonight?
Oh, it sounded like you were doing racist accents, so I just thought I'd join in.
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood. The line was a bit dodgy.
I think you misunderstood, yes. Just to clarify for Ofcom, we are not doing a phone-in where people phone in and do racist accents.
It did sound a bit like that.
Did sound a little bit like that, but that's
if
your
you're not paying the proper attention.
It is not.
Okay. Initially I phoned in to play the Adam Ant game, but I think is that gone? Is he finished?
Here's the question I wanted to ask tonight, right? When I wash my clothes, Sheila, and dry them, they go, you know when you wash your clothes and dry them, yeah?
I don't do it that often, but yes.
Oh.
No, I'm terrible, Ian. It's one thing I hate is laundry.
Here's the great thing. I've changed my sheets.
Laundry.
I normally change my sheets every fortnight.
Okay.
I changed them a week.
Is that good or bad?
I changed them a week ago. I changed them today. It's the kind of life I'm living. I'm going to have clean sheets tonight. Nothing better than clean sheets.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
When my clothes come out of the washing machine and go and I hang them up on my clothes horse,
ooh,
they dry crispy.
Yes, that's the thing, isn't it? If you try and do the right environmental thing, put them outside, put them on a radiator, they're crispy.
They dry.
You need a tumble dryer.
Well, is this the thing, right? Because there's someone who shall remain nameless, but she's a gobshite, right? And I know it all.
I have been telling him this for years.
Right. So I would have thought that clothes would dry better in the air, in the air.
No.
But they go crispy and hard.
Yeah.
You get this, right?
Yes.
And a tumble dryer would stop that happening.
Yes, it really does.
How?
I don't know how, but it does. I guess I'm quite
Kath
privileged. I
said
was
that
brought up with a tumble dryer.
Very privileged,
So I only experienced it as a student that you had to put things on like a horse or the radiators, and they were so crispy.
Kath said that the tumble dryers keep the moisture in.
I think they keep a little bit of moisture
which literally makes no sense. There's the ramblings of a guy who drinks his own urine mixed with cider by the recycling bins.
I think they do, because my tumble dryer, I've got a recent one, and you can put in clothes dry or cupboard dry or ready to wear dry.
What does that mean?
It keeps on different levels of
Clothes
moisture
dry?
according to what you want the clothes to do. So if it's going in the cupboard, it will put more moisture in, so it stays like moist.
All I know is, Sheila, since my mother-in-law, now unfortunately my late mother-in-law, guaranteed me that my life would be easy with a tumble dryer, I have not looked back, and I don't know why I persisted buying washing dryers in the past, because they do not dry properly.
Well, if I buy a tumble dryer, here's question number 2
So
then.
you've never had one in? You've never had a tumble dryer?
No, they shrink my clothes.
They don't.
They do, actually.
The ones
Sometimes they do.
The washer
actually.
dryer will do that, because it dries them too hot.
No, alright, okay. Well, here's the thing then, Sheila.
Yes.
If I buy a tumble dryer,
Yes.
can you put it on top of the washing machine, please?
I don't know, because I've got my washing machine in my kitchen, and I've got my tumble dryer downstairs on another floor by the front door.
Well, I don't want to be one of those houses where you walk in and there's like a fridge, there's a chest freezer in the living room, there's a sunbed in the kitchen.
No, be one of those houses where there's dead animals when you walk in. How about that?
Oh, God, I was stretching today on the floor, Sheila, and I rolled over because I've hurt my back. I rolled over and I came face to face with a corpse, a dead mouse.
No.
Yes, and I was streaming it online, so there's video footage of me cacking my panties. So, all right, okay, so thank you, Amy. So here's the thing. So first of all, we are agreeing that it is God's breath makes your clothes crispy.
Oh gosh, it does.
And
yes,
if I get a tumble dryer, I need to know, can I put it on top of the washing machine? Otherwise, I have to put it in the garage.
You can actually. I did go out with a man that had a tumble dryer on top of his washing machine.
I've definitely seen 2 white goods with round windows on top of each other.
Yeah, I've seen it, and then he had to put the end of the thing out of the window.
Well, this is the thing. So tumble dryers you have to connect outdoors.
Yeah, that's why mine's downstairs, because I'm on the second floor, so it has to go down by my stairs.
Hang on, Kath. Well, you said
mine
I'm not drilling a hole in the wall.
No, I haven't got a hole in the wall. It's got like a condenser.
No, you can get. Yes, that's what I've got, Kath. It's by my front door, the condenser dryer, and then when I take the water out, I feed either the hedgehog with it
so
or the plant.
it collects the water and then you bathe in it.
Well, you could if you
You
wanted
drink
to.
it. Well, where is it? At the back of the machine?
No, the water is in,
Oh, Jesus, this is ridiculous.
If you imagine where you would...
There's the water, is it? Shut up, Sheila! Shut up!
Shut up about something important!
Shut up!
If you imagine, right...
God, I'm angry!
On a washing machine where the conditioner drawer is.
Yeah?
That comes completely out and you can pour the water on your garden.
Why don't they just make the water evaporate?
Because
they can't.
They can't.
It's used to dry the clothes, it sort of steams it. That's why they don't end up crispy.
No, they just suck the water out of it.
If you open it too early, it's steaming in there.
And you'd be surprised how much water. There's so much water in there. Because every time I pour it out, I think my neighbours think I'm having a wee outside because I pour it out the front door.
And then
it
wash your hair in
goes on forever.
Pour mine in the water butt.
That turns out we are doing racist accents. I want to spend some money, and today I've looked at camper vans, too expensive. I've looked at hot tubs. Well, they can go up to thousands of pounds, too expensive.
Ooh.
So it looks like I'm going to be
paddling pool.
boring. I don't want to. Well, then I looked for heaters for paddling pools. You can't get them.
I wish I had some money to spend. I'd have your money and I'd spend it.
Well, no, you're not having my money. I haven't got any money to spend. I'm just trying to fill a hole in my life. But you cannot get heaters for paddling pools. I hate paddling pools. They're too cold. They're too cold.
You need one of those big pools, like a proper swimming pool, inflatable pool with a pump and everything.
But they don't have heaters.
They probably do.
No, they don't. Trust me, I spent an hour Googling them and camper vans and hot tubs before the show. They do not have heaters.
Why can't you have a hot tub?
Because they're too expensive. You can get
they're for perverts.
You can get an inflatable one for 300 quid. But I just think it's a little bit...
No, a proper one, like a real one outside.
Well, this would be a real one outside.
You can afford that. Don't be so silly.
But then they cost about 8, 9, 10 grand.
Do they?
Yes, mate.
Yeah, one of my customers has one, and I look at it every time. I think, I wish I could go in there.
Here it starts. Here it starts. Here it starts.
Normal people have them.
Here it starts. Here it starts on Twitter. Don't buy a condenser dryer. Vented ones dry better. Katherine, what is yours?
Condenser.
He's saying a vented one dries.
Perfect.
He's saying a vented. I hate racists. Says.
Okay, so I'm with him on that.
Says a vented ones dry better.
Well, and then this joker: air drying is better than tumble drying, as tumble drying wears out the fabric. The proof is in the lint tray. Well, no.
Ian's clothes versus mine. Tumbleweeds, piss off.
What I'm saying is you have found that your clothes go very bobbly.
And now Lely, that's washing. So that's done by the time
it's the whole process.
Lely says, yes, you can stack, put it on a shelf. Well, that's not stacking, that's putting...
That's shelving.
That's shelving. So, this is the world I will go on, which website?
Hello, am I still on?
No, you will be in a minute, just shut up. I'm very, very lucky. I managed to nab someone else's Which login.
Oh.
Password and login, which I'm prepared to sell for £5 to anybody. Yeah, exactly. So I just check stuff out.
You never stops comparing.
Jamie says, I've got one of those dryers and it still shrinks my t-shirts. I agree. Yes, Sheila. Let's go to Sheila.
Hello. So what I was going to say is I have like lodgers, and my last one left about a month ago, and he was the best, and I'm really sorry that he left. But when I was interviewing people, do you know what? One question that came up, absolutely perfect, until she said, do I have a clothes horse?
Oh.
I was like, I said, I've got a tumble dryer. No, I want a clothes horse.
Well, she can buy one. They're about 15 quid.
Yeah, if you're a lodger, you buy your own clothes horse.
No, like, I'm kind of advertise it as...
it comes with a clothes horse. Okay, well, in that case, you can't.
That's the major selling point.
I do,
All
like,
mod cons, ink,
it's
clothes horse.
It's not like a tenant, so I do their linen, and I provide their, like, I don't know, like an iron, and their...
What? You do their cleaning? They're a lodger?
Are you adopting these children?
And you do their cleaning?
I clean... they're not a tenant, they're a lodger.
Yeah,
so
and you do... I had a lodger, and he lived in his room, and sometimes he'd come and watch telly with us, sometimes he'd eat with us, but he did everything else himself. He could use my washing machine.
I've been a lodger, and I didn't expect to be looked after.
No, lodgers... You're not running a B&B or a hotel. Lodgers do their own stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to attract people, so I'm trying to make it more like a B&B. So...
You're going to get people who expect clothes horses,
You're going to get people putting their fingers around the rim of your toilets and marking you down.
But he certainly wanted she wanted a clothes horse. I was like, I've got a tumble dryer. No, wasn't good enough. And I don't get that.
No, idiot.
Well, tumble dryers shrink my t-shirt, so...
So can I talk about something serious?
Oh, I thought that was it!
No!
Go on then, quick, because I'm losing the will to live.
Okay. I'll just say I loved the thing you did at the start about your boys.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought, what a lovely dad you are.
I'm the greatest dad in the world.
Yeah, I wish I'd had a dad like that.
Oh,
and I'm sure lots of people do, because that was just so cool. And it was such a surprise as well. Yeah. I love people that do surprises, and they must have loved that.
They did love it, Sheila. They did. It was a very special night for all three of us. So
and there's sort of, things happening with my dad at the moment, and I don't feel good about it. And I just wish I had a good dad.
I wish I had a good dad. My dad was lousy most of the time. Sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, at least, mine's still here, and he's getting more lousy as the time goes on. Like dementia and stuff. And you know when people say, and they say, they're going to forget the person that he was.
Yeah.
My family bloody wish that he wasn't that person. They wish we could forget the person he was. He's just becoming worse. And so, yeah. It's
I'm sorry, mate. That sucks.
A difficult time. And yesterday, my next door neighbour, I know I'm always calling you about my neighbours.
Is this the one you broke into?
Broken entered.
I live in a maisonette, which might explain it more, because I actually have 4 next door neighbours. So I have 1 on either side and 2 underneath. So that's why there's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
But one of them, what I've never mentioned before, not the one I broke into or anything like that, he went missing last night.
Oh, God.
So last night, we saw sort of 3 police cars outside and then a helicopter, and I thought I'll just go and see what's going on. And I heard her say, she was bawling her eyes out, said she'd not seen her dad in 4 days. So I just thought, I know I'd seen him on Saturday night outside the window, like in his garden, because he loves his garden. So I just went and just said to the police, oh, I did see him on that night.
Yeah.
And I don't know what...
Now you're a murder suspect.
I probably am. But it's just been like helicopter. It just made me think of my dad, and I thought, my dad is so lucky because people would know if something happened to him, and then you get these really good people that are just living on their own, very capable, really good people, and they're so proud that no one would know they're struggling at all. And they probably are. And I just thought, if
there's a lot of it around.
If there's some good news, I'm going to make more of an effort to talk to this person. Because I didn't for a long time, because the first impression of him that I had was he was a bit of a racist.
Oh, right, okay.
But you know what?
Those racists are fine. Those racists are cool guys. Some of what they say is actually accurate.
Their age, isn't it? My dad's a racist too, so it doesn't. That shouldn't matter, should it?
No.
So it's just been some things today that made me think about my dad, and I thought, my dad's lucky, and this guy, I just hope to God that he's going to be found.
Well, let us know what happens, Sheila, and thank you for that. You've given us a lot to think about. I tell you another thing that proves I'm a good dad. My eldest said to me the other day, Daddy, is it true that in some dictionaries they have swear words? I said, yeah, they do. The bigger dictionaries, all the swear words are in there. When I was your age, I used to like looking up the swear words. It used to make me laugh and read them out. He was giggling. I said, you've got a dictionary, haven't you? And he kind of looked down and looked a bit sad and went, yeah, but it's only a small one. It doesn't have any swear words in. This is how great a dad I am. He's getting a big dictionary delivered tomorrow.
Why don't you just order him the Profanosaurus?
I've ordered him a big man's dictionary tomorrow, and at first he'll be confused, and then it'll dawn on him,
the keys to the kingdom.
He's gonna have the time, him and his brother will have the time of their lives. 0344 499 1000. Dale, stay there, you're next. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
Last 25 minutes of the show. 0344 499 1000. Paul Ross will be on at 1 o'clock as per usual. Good evening, Dale.
Oh, hello, Ian.
Hello, Dale.
How are you?
Very well, Dale. What can we do for you?
Yeah, you wondered what the Dutch language was. It's Flemish.
Well, that's very rude. I'm sure it's a lovely language. Oh, but it's like, so Katherine was wrong. She said Dutch.
No, it's Flemish. Belgium speak Flemish and French, and I speak a little bit farmer Dutch, if you like.
Okay, go on then.
Anyway, what I was going to say, at the start of your...
Hang on.
We're talking about Belgium, we're talking about Holland.
But they speak Dutch in Holland.
Yeah, also in Belgium they speak French and Dutch. Flemish is called.
That's different.
But it's like German though.
Yeah, there's a lot of German in it. There's a lot of Danish in it. Norwegian.
Give us some Dutch. Go on.
What do you want me to say? Ik hou van jou, yeah? I love you, Ian.
I love you too, bro. This guy's great. I love
Hoe gaat het met jou? How are you?
All right.
But anyway, listen, at the start of the show,
yes,
you played a song that I had a duo with the guy. I had a duo with the guy who played the bass on that song.
That song?
Yeah, that's the one.
Well,
he played bass on there, as far as I can remember him saying. And,
who?
Sorry?
Who?
His name is, Alan. And he's a lovely guy.
Alan.
Yeah.
And he played on what, the version I played or the Paul McCartney version?
Paul McCartney actually asked him to play bass on the soundtrack. Paul McCartney's a bass player.
Yeah.
And he also, Elvis wanted him too.
Right.
And, I'm sort of no one from nowhere, a little village where everyone knows a lot of,
the bass guitar on the Paul McCartney version was Alan, was it?
On Live and Let Die, I don't know. On the Wings version, I don't know.
But on so hang on. So what?
The soundtrack for sure.
The version that I played?
I reckon he was, because I recall a conversation with him in a sports and social club in the noughties, that he said, yeah, Paul McCartney asked me to play on...
Well, no, but hang on, Paul McCartney... No, Denny Lane played bass on it.
On the original, on the Wings, Live and Let Die.
Yes.
But the soundtrack for the film...
But the Paul McCartney version is on the soundtrack to the film.
Yeah, but the actual soundtrack and that lady who sang at the start of your show...
Oh, it was him, was it? All right, it was Alan.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, no, fair.
And you also, Elvis asked him to play for him,
and
too.
he was in a social club where?
Me and him were in a social club. I got someone who Elvis couldn't get. Only technically.
That's it, and he was the king. He could snap his fingers, he'd have anybody chowing down on him.
You know, you might not believe it, but it's true.
I believe you believe it.
Well, I know that he played on the George Harrison 1982 album too.
Hang on, was that Gone Troppo?
It was. It was.
I only know that because I was reading about George Harrison's. Oh, flippin' egg! Alan Jones, was it? I mean, it sounds like the most made-up name of all time, but yeah, Alan Jones played bass on Gone Troppo.
He did.
How do you... How strange. Okay. All right. There you go.
Elvis asked him to be in his band, but he was contracted to someone else. And he showed me a picture one night, and I thought, oh my God, he was in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It was a picture of him behind, this guy he was contracted to, asked Elvis up to sing.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And he showed me a picture, and I thought, well, of course I believe it. He's a nice guy too, you know, he's a real nice guy.
When was the last time you saw Alan?
Oh, I had a duo with him from 2000 and something. It was about 3 years we had a duo.
You were in a duo with him?
Yes.
What were you doing, Dale?
I sang and played guitar.
Away you go, sir. Take it away. Let's hear.
Would you like me to do a bit of guitar? Would you like me to play a bit of guitar for you?
I'd love to hear you sing and play guitar, Dale, yes.
May I sing a song that I tried to write like the Beatles?
Please sing a song that you tried to write like the Beatles, yes, definitely.
Okay,
this is
just a
great.
minute, it might not be in tune because I'm outside my house.
Yes, man! Well done.
I've had a whiskey too, so it's not going to be brilliant.
Hello, Dale, we can't hear you now.
Oh, God. Can you hear me now?
No, it sounds like this.
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Hello?
There we go, that's it, we can hear you there.
Okay, this is a song like the Beatles. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can!
In dreams last night I saw you walk away, and though it really scares me so, this is what I'd say. If you could ever leave me, I'll be sad and lonely, yeah, and also blue. Only you know it's only flirting, but it's always hurting me, and I can't tell your lies, you see. It's not because I'm sad, 'cause you're the only girl that I've ever had. Alright, enough of that.
That was brilliant! I want to get you with the guy from America who played an instrumental last Thursday. You two, that was brilliant, Dale. I loved it.
Ian, name any... I play piano. I'm not a guitarist. Name any Beatles song, and I will play it straight back to you now.
Martha,
it was my job.
Martha, my dear.
Oh, on the bloody guitar. Oh, yeah.
Hang on, you just said name any song, and you'll play it.
I'll play it. Martha, my dear, though I remember me, Martha, my love.
He's got it.
Don't forget me. Can you hear that?
Yes, mate. All right, Kathy, you'll go. This is great. I love Beatles jukeboxes.
Could you play Golden Slumbers?
Yep. Are you there?
Easy.
Confident.
Once I was away to get back home. Once I was away to get back home. Please, pretty darling, do not cry. I will sing a lullaby. Okay?
Okay, I'm the walrus.
Oh my God. I'm one acoustic guitar, yeah?
Yes, mate, yeah.
I am his, you are we, and we are all together. I've had a whiskey or two, so see how they run like the kicks on a gun. I'm crying. I'm crying. Yeah!
Oh! Dale, you're nuts. How old are you, man? I can't work it out. I want to say 62, but I think I'm years off.
Bloody hell. That's old, Ian.
Oh, 38.
No.
I'm miles off. Go on, what are you?
12.
Well, there you go. I was quite a little bit out. Go on, how old are you, man?
I was born in Armatorian, Stubborn, and,
So April?
Okay.
May the
May.
3rd.
May the 3rd. Okay, right. And the year?
Of our Lord.
Of our Lord, no, there's no way I was born in 2000 years ago, sir. No.
This guy's an absolute fruitcake. What are you, older or younger than 40?
I'm the same age as you, roundabout.
46?
No, a bit older.
48?
That's the one.
Okay, they got there in the end.
Oh, so mysterious.
I like you, Dale.
Why?
I like, do you know what I like? You made some outlandish claims, but then you pinned them down.
Yeah, I like you, Dale. I like you. We've never spoken before, have we?
Well, yes, about 2 years ago, I think.
Okay.
I was drunk, though.
I'd like to speak to you again, and I want it to be sooner than 2 years. Would that be okay?
That would be okay.
All right, Dale. I've got to go to the ads. Thanks for
God
calling,
bless
mate.
you.
Take care, fella. Bye-bye. I liked him a lot. This is Talk Radio.
Neon lit night talk for torch singers, trolley dollies, and train wrecks like me.
Never know just where the conversation will take you.
What I'm going to say sounds ridiculous.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I liked his song as well. I enjoyed his song. It's better than the have you heard Gone Troppo by George Harrison?
No, yes, I think I might have.
It's kind of charming, but it's also kind of lousy.
That he's sitting in a moonlight, not found, living no city. He smiled, macho in the sunshine, nightlife, counting different facts.
I mean, it's a bit. It's alright. I mean, it's
time you know I've gone Troppo.
It's a man who's run out of ideas. What was the song he did?
Is that his Kokomo?
The song he did. What was George Harrison song for John Lennon? What was that song? This is the song he wrote when John Lennon died, and it's got Paul and Ringo playing on it. Let's have a little listen to this. I've been reading about the solo Beatles today and the sunshine, and here we go.
I'm shouting all about love. Well, they treated you like a dog.
This is nice.
But the one who had made it so clear all those years ago.
It's a nice song.
He's done it in the style of John Lennon, hasn't he?
I had to give. They don't act with much honesty. But the ways of the truth when you say all you need is love.
Oh, 344 499 1000. Good evening, Susan.
Ian, good evening again, Katherine too. When Sophia Loren and Peter Sellers made that film, Peter Sellers took the part of the Indian doctor, and Sophia was the very beautiful, buxom young lady sitting on the, lying on the couch, you know, saying she's got pains and all that business. Did you know that he actually found her so beautiful that he divorced his wife for her?
Yep. Yep.
Did you know that?
Yep.
How did you know that?
What do you mean, how did I know that? I know that because I've seen the film of his life and I've read a book about his life.
Ah. Did he propose marriage to Sophie like a million other gentlemen who fell in love with her?
He had he also used to use poppers when he was having it off with her.
Wow. That's a level of detail we weren't expecting.
No, hang on, did he actually make love to Sophie?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Up the wrong end, I think.
Oh, stop it.
I think he did.
No, no, I don't believe that because Sophie married Carlo Ponte. She only loved Carlo. She wouldn't have had sex with Peter.
Okay. You're judging. Okay, sure, fine. But she did.
Oh, okay. Did you know Cary Grant fell in love with her as well and proposed marriage?
Yep.
Oh, you know a lot of stuff, do you?
Do you know Cary Grant took LSD, but he was recommended by his therapist, and he then he was then going around Hollywood trying to get money to make a film about a man who takes LSD, and no one was interested.
Really?
I'd love to have seen a film starring Cary Grant about a man who takes acid.
Hello, Diane. Can you see those big elephants?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yesterday, you know I've been celibate for a few months now. Yesterday I had the incredible urge at about 11 a.m. to screw that horrible man's goddamn brains out. How often do you get the urge?
Okay, thanks very much for your call. Let's go to
Is that an 11 o'clock thing?
Wow. Jerry.
My God, I'm just very excited.
Yeah, isn't it? Tell me about it. Don't get too excited.
Send her over.
No, thank you. You know what? No one needs any of that. What can we do for you, Jerry?
Just saying, I'm back in the game.
He's back on the game. This is the problem, right? The Tories have done this. This bloke, his life is hard enough. He's got Parkinson's. He lives in a care home. And now he has to prostitute his body, his ass, his mouth, his hands, his penis, so that he can afford food. I think that is disgusting, Jerry. I'm not judging you, mate. I would never judge you. I'm proud that you are doing what you have. You're taking things in hand, literally. You're doing what you have to do. Shut up. I'm doing a riff. You doing what you have to do to survive. But it's disgusting indictment of this Tory government that our most vulnerable people are forced out on the streets for sex work. Yes, Jerry.
It's going to get worse, I fear.
Okay.
Just how's it going?
Yeah, it's going all right.
How's your mum?
She's all right. Me and Kath are taking her to the cinema on Wednesday. Kath's going to come and meet my mum. She's in the area, and I said, I'm going to the pictures if you want to come. So we're going to take mum. You're going to meet mum.
Yep.
Yeah,
and we're going to go to the pictures.
I don't know I'll get there, but maybe train. Stuck in with the mail bags on the train. Usual form of transport on the train.
You're not coming to the cinema. I'm not paying for you. What are you talking about?
No. You can come here. Plasma. Bootlegs.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
Maybe not. I think not, Jerry.
Hope you're all keeping me okay.
Everything's okay. How are you doing?
Thank you. I thought that was knocking me about a bit.
Yeah, man.
Saturday was terrible. I'm on rations of fruit juice because I'm drinking too much fruit juice, apparently.
It's too. Although today was nice. It's a bit. Today was actually a little bit chilly. I fell asleep.
Hope you ease over because it destroys me. Proper bad. I can't even speak properly. Not speaking too bad at the moment.
There's some blessings then, I guess. You can't even speak.
Some blessed.
Some blessed.
Are they still going?
Some blessed. Why does?
Oh, on hold.
This is Jerry's thinking music.
Actually, this is the music of my happy place.
Imagine if he's being murdered now.
Oh, God.
It's like one of those, like Quentin Tarantino film, like the most horrific violence.
Jolly music.
Okay, let's put everybody out of our misery, shall we? Hang on, we've done the hedge trimmer, Mr. Madiba, the electric scooters, Ian Payne, Doctors, camper vans, crispy clothings, hot tub, Beatles and Greg Turkington. I've gone through every single thing on my list.
Can I tell you about the Wiener King?
Please do, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Wiener King.
On Saturday night, I had the good fortune of babysitting my nephews, and they stayed
How old
over.
are they?
They are just a little bit younger than my kids, so we've got one who is, he's going to be, well, he must be like 6.
Yeah.
And the other one is 4.
Beautiful.
And they are funny. They're very funny. Anyway, so we had a cookout. I had the boys on my own. I thought, right, 4 kids, how bad can this be? We actually had a whale, of a time. Yeah, fire pit, we got fire
Put
pit
the
going.
sausages on there.
Massive sausages.
Like I told you to.
Big
You were
forks.
going to let them cook them on the forks. She was going to boil them and bring them out. Cook them on the fire.
4 kids is a lot to handle around an open flame, but I thought, let's do this. The boys loved it.
Point that finger at
They
me.
said it was the best time they'd had, and it was the best sausage they'd ever made, and they thought they were delicious.
I hope you told them that the idea came from me and that you would actually poo-pooed it.
You can't copyright an idea
No.
in British law.
Well,
I think other people have cooked sausages on a big prong
you weren't
fork.
going to let them do it. You said no, and I said you've got to let them
They
do
loved
it. It's
it.
cruelty.
And the youngest, 4-year-old, declared himself the Wiener King.
The Wiener King is a title, huh?
Is the master
You're
of the
making
sausage.
memories, Kath. You're
yeah,
making
they loved
memories.
it.
It's all about.
Wonderful.
Little fire pits and hammocks have revolutionised our gardens, man. It's the way forward. Paul Ross is here.
Good morning.
Hey, Paul Ross.
By the way, I heard you mention Golden Slumbers.
Yeah.
Did you mention it for anniversary reasons? Because 50 years ago today, they recorded it.
Well, they started work on the album, didn't they? Abbey Road. I went to see...
Because John Lennon was up in Scotland hospital after a car crash.
He was out for 3 weeks. I went to see this Dutch tribute
I heard
band.
you talking about it. Sounds fantastic.
Never been
The
to...
Analogue, were they
The
called?
Analogues. You must have been to Abbey Road a few times.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd never been before. It was magical. And they were incredible. And they're playing Abbey Road, and we're in Abbey Road, and it was magic, man. Absolute magic. My sister and I were in tears. It's amazing.
Another made memory.
Yeah, another made memory, definitely. Hello, Paul Ross. What is on your show tonight, please?
We're off to outer space. There's an asteroid called 16 Psyche, which should be the title of a great science fiction novel. It's not, okay? NASA are launching a probe to it. They believe it's composed almost entirely of gold. It's 1% the size of the moon, platinum as well. If they could bring that back or find a use to it, would make everybody on planet Earth a billionaire. And I've not made that up. It's a mind meld. And we're talking to a man who runs something called the Asteroid Mining Corporation Limited in the UK. Very serious about this.
Wow.
They're launching a probe in a couple of years. They've got University of Glasgow behind them and lots of American money and investment. It's the future.
Right.
There's gold in them. They're asteroids.
We need to get there first then. Surely it's first come, first served, dibs. But then if there's that much gold, doesn't it then become worthless?
Well, the thing is they can use gold in all kinds of industrial ways, which would help us terraform and colonise other planets, because gold can be stretched almost to an infinite thinness.
Yeah, of course.
And by the way, if you'd like it, I have a tumble dryer you can have free gratis and for nothing, but it hasn't got a condenser. It has got the big tube, so you'd need an outside aperture.
You can stick it in the garage and
I've
put
got
the
it
tube out the
it's
door.
in storage, that's all. It's just sitting there gathering dust.
What a life we're living in. Let me have a little look on Witch tomorrow, but I might take you up on that.
Okay, it's there if you want it though. We can upcycle it. It can go up the celebrity food chain.
This is incredible. Thank you, but this is what world we're living in.
Although I do favour the condenser, because it's just, there's something quite satisfying about emptying the water out, isn't there, you see?
But then, because if I get the one with the tube, I have to put it in the garage, and then when it's snowy, I've got to walk to the garage. So let me look on Witch.
He's looking a gift horse in the mouth.
Well, no, I'm looking on Witch. That's all I'm saying.
You should have given him credit for the sausages. he's getting all cranky.
Should have done. That is it. Thank God we're done. It's only Monday. We've got a whole week. We haven't got a whole week. We're off on Friday.
4-day week, innit?
Off on Friday. Going to go
another day off.
Yeah.
What are you off to this time?
To see Love on Friday.
Oh,
and then
right.
next week we're off to see Bob Dylan and Neil Young and Kiss. What a life we live.
We couldn't not go, could we?
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tonight at 10. Stay tuned for Paul Ross on Talk Radio.
We are
Talk Radio.